we are live. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Candlekeep Mysteries and Seal Pages of Verglas. We are the Rollers of Fate. My name is Mo. I am one of the two DMs, and not right now, but he will be here. Will be Cisco Blanco making us 2-2. So when he comes, we'll say hello to him. Last week we had a crazy game. There was a lot of dished out loot, money, magical items. They did great, but they were a greedy bunch because they're heroes that stole from someone's home. Terrible players. That's right. It's them. We have Joey. Joey, welcome back. Even though you weren't here, you're a terrible player. Mark, Luke, Andy, and Lucky. Ross is not here. He's unwell, so everyone wish him well, and hopefully we'll have
Nothing
him
of
back
value is
soon.
lost.
Yes, definitely. But nonetheless, let's jump into the announcements. I'll be Cisco. We are here. I can't do his voice. We are here on Twitch on our YouTube channel, our Rollers of Fate, D&D, where you can find all of our previous episodes of this campaign, the Isle of Observation, Dining Barovia, and the Hearts of War. Loads of campaigns. Find them all there. Go and have a check. Yes, crazy kids jumping around in my house as well. If you want to get in touch with us, please do at rollersoffatednd@gmail.com. We have an X channel, which is at Fate D&D, and our games may contain some sort of adult language or, situational themes and stuff like that. If you don't like it, your discretion is advised. Step away and come back. We'll probably move on from there as well. Thanks to all the people that we've been using art and music from. So Tessa Presents for her Osma, Darren Curtis, Tabletop for their music, and a bunch of AI tools as well that have been thrown in there, making our life a little bit more easier in the terms of visual and audio effects. Lastly, please give us a follow and a like if you have not done so already. All right, before we start, Ross rolled the inspiration last week. I'm going down, I think, Lucky, have you rolled since for a while?
Not in a while, no.
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you roll?
Gonna roll a 6. Oh no.
A 2.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine today. All right. Anyway, if there's nothing else, everyone here, thank you for playing, and everyone joining from home or watching this as a video or VOD, make yourself comfortable as we jump in to see what mysteries shall be revealed today. Also, I may sound a little bit different. That's because I got a whoever did that, thank you. Yeah, I may sound a little different. I got a new headset, so still working the kinks, but should be okay. All right, music. Previously in the sealed pages of Verglas. In the deepest heart of the Dragon Queen's temple, the Caravan of Chaos stood surrounded by 5 chromatic adult dragons, each one a monstrous embodiment of Tiamat's wrath. Above them all loomed Nidalia, the Lamia, her scales shimmering with the colors of each chromatic flight, her voice steady as the sharpened, she wasn't speaking, dragon forward, a commander bound by the will of the Dragon Queen. The battle began with a thunderous roar. With each word from Nidalia, new dragon unleashed their devastating breath weapons. Blast of acid, lightning, frost, poison, and fire engulfed the temple in waves of annihilation. The temple shook beneath the power of the ancient fury, and yet the Caravan of Chaos held their ground. Shields of divine light, barriers of arcane focus, and the unyielding spirit of heroes protected them from the worst of the onslaught. They knew this was no ordinary fight. This was a battle for Nidalia's soul, for Bruce's past, and for the world itself, as the Dragon Queen's influence threatened to consume all. Bruce, heart heavy with determination, turned his gaze towards Nidalia, his ward, once lost, now twisted by the influence of Tiamat. He clutched the tear of Saloon, the divine artifact given to him as both a gift and a guide. As chaos unfolds around him, the tear began to glow with a soft lunar light, and in that moment, Bruce received a vision, a message of divinity and clarity. She cannot be freed until the dragons are no more. The way forward was clear, and nothing, not gods, not dragons, would stop him now. With new forged purpose, the Caravan of Chaos charged into battle, their formation unshaken, their resolve unbreakable. Ruin, reborn in platinum light, brought down the blue dragon and the black dragon, his strikes burning with celestial fury, each blow a rejection of the evil once embraced. Herald, his harrow true, vanquished the white dragon, his vengeance banished the beast's chill from the world forever. And Bruce, a whirlwind of rage and redemption, faced the red and green dragon, their ferocity unmatched, but so was his. He cut down the green dragon, weathered the flames of the red, and with a final thunderous cry, he struck the killing blow, blood staining the gold beneath their feet. One by one, the great dragons fell, their roar silenced, their bodies crashing into the mountains of treasure they once guarded. Nidalia, now alone, her strength diminished, stood defiant but afraid. The power of the Dragon Queen still clung to her like chains, but the connection had weakened. Bruce stepped forward, the tear of Saloon glowing brightly in his hand. He looked into her eyes, and there were that were once innocent, now clouded with rage, grief, and control. With no hesitation, he pressed a tear into her chest, and a wave of moonlight erupted, washing through her entire form. Tiamat's grip shattered. The colors bled from Nidalia's scale, and she collapsed into Bruce's arm, her mind finally her own. Tears welled in her eyes. The temple trembled. The death of the dragons and the collapse of Tiamat's influence, unleashing cries from the winged scale creatures still looming outside. With no time to mourn or celebrate, the caravan gathered their things, hastily looting what they could from the fallen horde. Ancient relics, arcane tomes, platinum and gold, their bags heavy with victory. And now you find yourself the sound of dragons outside. Let's see. Yes. Outside, crashing onto the temple from the outside. You can see some of the structure beginning to kind of shake and shudder, not falling apart or anything like that, but you know it is time to go. So, Caravan of Chaos, what do you do?
Everybody, we need to leave. However, some of us still have missing body parts, so Ziggy's going to do a 7th level mass healing word.
Okay.
Just as a bonus action. Just because I need health. I rolled fucking dog shit.
60. Okay.
So 16 healing to everybody.
Okay.
Very little helps.
Doesn't help me.
Yeah, Bruce is pretty fucked. He needed that.
I was on 6 HP.
Not as fucked as you then.
If you need some healing here, Ruin will
fine.
walk.
He'll
still walk up and he'll put healing hands for 14 HP on Ziggy.
Perfect. I'm in the 30s. Anyway, I'll look to Harold and say, we both went out, but do you have that bracelet? I think we need to throw it to Aki, because I think, looking at it, he's got his shit back.
You can grab bandages the sword, he just nods.
Harold's just gonna take them off and then just, check them over, so they should be in Aki's possession.
Aki, use that. Use the sword. We need to get the fuck out of here.
Does teleportation work here?
It does not work here. Remember, at the beginning of the fight, we all had that uneasy feeling?
Is that still the case?
That feeling was gone, right?
You still have this feeling. You are still within the temple.
Well,
I think we get at the temple first.
Do this the hard way, then just run out.
But the gold.
It's
really
gathered enough.
I am not bringing you back a third time.
Oh.
While this is happening, Bruce is telling Nidalia, says, just listen, I don't know if you can walk just now. Wrap your tail around my waist, arms around my neck. Stay close. I can carry you.
Okay. You hear that within your mind.
It frees up his hands to use his shield and his axe. So I'll equip the axe. If it means I move at half speed, because I believe at this time she's a medium creature, because she's like a child Lamia, then that's fine. He will do that.
Yeah. No, I think you're okay. You do have to obviously carry her and stuff like that, so it slows you down a little bit. Not to an extent where you're gonna fall behind, but you all begin moving away down the steps now, where they're leaving behind the hoard of gold and treasure that potentially belongs to the Dragon Queen. However,
Aki puts a placating hand on Rune's shoulder. There.
As you-
I'm sorry. I do want to stay close to Bruce. That way, he always gets 10 extra movement speed from me, so he's not that slow.
In terms of
Because
combat, that could be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely as well.
And I'm just gonna cast Lawn Strider on Yagu just in case.
Okay, all right. As you begin moving forward, you step into the chamber with the obelisk. You see the obelisk itself still kind of churning with the different hues and different colors. You can hear the sound of structures around you being shifted. You hear as sand begins or dust begins to kind of fall, like a creature has landed on top of the temple wherever this is, potentially moving in. They growl and rumble, but nothing has yet entered. But it feels like you are starting to feel claustrophobic from the sense of how many dragons and drakes there could be outside. Turn the volume down a little bit.
Okay. Ziggy's gonna attempt something every time we stop moving. He's gonna attempt to use his teleportation from his shard. He can move 30 feet. He's just gonna attempt that every time, and is just as a tester of where the limit is.
Okay. Every time you attempt to do this, nothing happens. There is still this, especially in this room itself, is this presence that you're feeling, especially surrounded and from this obelisk. Aki looks towards the obelisk itself, looking back to these two kind of smaller pillar stones where there are chains where he once was chained to. He kind of turns his gaze away, hoping that never to see this place again. He kind of points towards the direction of where we need to exit, the same way that you guys came. And what do you guys do?
Can I use
where are we going?
I was about to say, can I use the... There's charges on this sword. I do not know how many charges Find the Path takes or teleportation takes. I can't find the bit that says that. Would I be able to use Find the Path to get us out here to a spot just outside the temple and then go right here we are, teleport?
Of course, yeah. As Aki activates the kind of blade in his hand, as he does, he feels that just beyond the first doors that you entered through will be enough for you to be able to escape as well. Not knowing what dangers may be if you continue on, but as soon as you exit to the temple itself, you will be able to escape. There is hope. And Aki's eyes, widen, thinking he's got this. He knows where to go.
He points the sword forward, and it's like, we have to follow the light.
Okay, but where are we actually going?
Wherever is the quickest way out of here. And he goes.
I mean, where we're teleporting to.
Not decided yet.
Okay.
Very well.
Bruce.
All right.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
I'd suggest we go back to Candlekeep first, at the very least, I think.
We definitely need to get back to Candlekeep.
We need to make sure we're not blamed for Bookworm's death.
We are, then we're leaving. Simple as that. Let's go. Follow Aki.
All right. As you all begin moving towards past the obelisk, all of a sudden you begin to hear... You don't hear anything. You know that moment when fear gets to you? And Bruce, fear doesn't really get to you or Ayagu as often. But all of a sudden, you are paralyzed by a sensation. You are still able to move, but at the same time you're not, and all of your hairs on your body and the scales on the scaled creatures begin to shake and shudder as the presence of something far beyond your understanding and feeling comes from behind you. Now that the obelisk, you're stepping away from it, and as you kind of stop, You feel Nidalia kind of holding on, and you can see this fear in her eyes, a remembrance of something, a feeling that she once felt, a sensation that she once knew. As she kind of turns her head around towards the obelisk, you all hear a voice.
Dare you come into my temple? You will not enter.
And as you hear this draconic roar, you see this kind of eruption from the obelisk itself, a rift that opens up. It's huge and gargantuan in size, and from there, a colossal draconic red hand reaches out. Its size is uncomparable to any dragon hand that you've ever seen before, and you see it grip onto Nidalia's back. She's holding on, her fingernails gripping into your torso in fear, Bruce. You feel her pulling Nidalia into the portal. Your body is getting pulled back, Azal. What do you all do?
I'm going to attempt to inflict wounds on the hand.
I will also. I'm gonna go for a huge divine smite on the hand.
Okay.
I would like to attempt to grab Nidalia and, if possible, use my ethereal step to take her with me.
That's teleport. Is that teleportation based?
It's not necessarily Well,
Oh, you're right. You go to the ethereal plane. You kind of shift into it rather than teleport. Is that right?
yeah.
It might not work, but
That's up
it
to
might be worth
Mo.
trying.
That's up to Mo on that front. If not, he's still going to grab Nidalia anyway.
Anything from Yagu?
Yeah, I'm going to use the emerald bracelet to immediately attune to the axe that we just got. So therefore I will increase in size, and I will hold on to Bruce as well.
You see, as Yagu grabs you, his torso begins to grow exponentially, and there is now frost at the end of his tips of his hand. The axe, which was when you first initially grabbed the axe as a magical item, and before you attuned to it, it actually shrunk to a very medium, normal humanoid size. But as he attunes to it, it increases back into this colossal size, and Yagu also kind of incomparable can hold it like when you're holding a massive log of a tree. That's kind of how he's kind of holding it as well, and using it as like an anchor as he grabs onto Bruce's hand. You can feel the fingers digging into your skin, Bruce. She is afraid, and she is screaming in your mind, "No, no, please, don't let her take her! Don't let her take me!"
I would like to contest this because I'm using both hands to try and stop this. I can't reach for a weapon. While doing this, I'll be saying, initially quietly, but it gets as the struggle continues, he gets louder and louder. He'll be repeating this. Blessed are those who cast a light in the dark. Blessed are those who protect the weak on their travels. Blessed are those who stand before the corrupt and not falter, and stand firm. And he keeps repeating this over and over again, this mantra, as loud as he can. And he always emphasizes "and stand firm" right at the very end. It's a prayer.
Coming to help you here. This is my shared heart.
You feel your body being ripped.
Can I cast banishment on Nidalia?
You cast banishment on Nidalia?
Yes, I'm gonna cast banishment on Nidalia.
Okay. she's
gonna-
kind
If I see you doing this, I will turn to Nadalia and I'll say, "Let it happen."
Okay. As you reach out, you your magic. You see this kind of platinum energy beginning to shine, and Ruin's synergy. Ruin, you find yourself stunned, and you're locked into place, and you can't move.
Oh, fuck. I'll use cleansing touch.
You just can't move. You're trying to cast this kind of
Fuck.
spell, and there's this energy that you feel from the obelisk as well, as it pulls and pulls. Yagu, you're holding on, but your grip falls. Bruce, you get dragged back closer and closer. She's still holding on. You can see her. She's almost going to be ripped in two. She cannot take this force that's getting pulled from one side, and you kind of holding on. And as you you almost lose a grip, you kind of grab on. Now you're facing towards the portal itself, and there, just beyond the big colossal hand, you can see just the shadowy images of the heads kind of coiling and turning and moving around as one of them kind of moves its head towards the portal itself. Its eyes kind of wide open, and you can see the kind of the red eyes and the red scales of the Tiamat herself.
Can I attempt to inflict wounds on this hand to try and loosen the grip?
Okay, go ahead.
First off, if this is technically a full turn, I'm going to give Bruce a Bardic, which is a bonus action.
Okay.
But to help me with this thing, I'm going to use Impending Misfortune, which allows me to add allows me to add 10 to my roll. So I'm going to be rolling a 22.
Okay.
On this inflict wounds.
Okay. Is it a touch?
It is a touch spell. However, I can use a meta magic to make it 30 feet.
Okay, you can do that. Okay.
So I'm going to roll a level 6 inflict wounds with a 22 to hit.
How do I whisper to you, Mo, on roll 20? What's the command?
/W, then DM. /W space DM.
W space TM. Thank you very much.
Ooh, you can nat 20. Is that nat 20?
Yeah.
42. What?
I did say technically my next D20 roll will have a -10. However, so that is 16 D10.
16 D10.
Just gonna get that ready.
Fuck, we should have banished or teleported Nadalia.
We can't
Oh,
teleport
that's
here.
pretty fucking good.
The banishment might have worked, but
18 points
he got
of
screwed
necrotic
over with
damage.
80 points of necrotic damage. As you cast the lay of hands on her, she was not expecting anything from you. But she stopped. She could sense things happening around her. But when you cast a spell, you surpassed whatever the fear was, and instead you see her scales withering, and you see her get furious and angry. And as she does that, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because it's an inflict wounds, and because it's a nat 20, can I flavor that I break her hand?
let's find out. But that would be really cool, though.
That's a wound, and I'm inflicting.
You're not break a finger, maybe.
You hear her scream so loud, and it is at that point you feel the force pulling you and Nidalia off the ground. And as you see her flying towards the portal in slow motion. The rest of you see Bruce not letting go, and as he's almost about to get pulled in through the portal with Nidalia, you see Flare leap and spear Bruce off Nidalia, and both of you crumble as the portal disappears. Nidalia vanished. All you hear is the echoing screams of her just resonating through the hall itself and around. I couldn't let you go. Sorry.
Hold on one second. What's Flair's AC?
Sorry for
20.
fucking up the cameras, everyone. Hi. Anyway, I'm listening to the stream. I know this is very, very important thing, so I'll shut up. Cool.
No, it's okay. Hi, Cisco.
Hello.
21 hits.
What are you hitting?
I'm aiming at Flair.
Oh, 21? 20. Where do you hit him?
I'm hitting him, I don't care where, and I'm using extra attack. I'm laying this fucker out.
Okay. I'll let you.
Flair-
I'll let you roleplay. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Flair will let the first punch hit, but on the second punch he'll use shield.
Just do my cam when you got a minute, please.
Okay.
Stream. No worries.
Got you. So. There you are.
Oh, does he not have shield prepared?
He might not, but in which case I'll just
How
be
long
like,
does
"Whoa,
his
okay."
song dance
Shit.
last for? Sorry, let me just double check.
10
Is that okay?
minutes.
10 minutes? Oh, I think it's been longer than 10 minutes. Okay.
Ignore the extra points from rage there because that's run out.
I think it's 10 minutes, wasn't it? Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. Yeah, when ages ago, you hear, you see your companions fighting the rest of the groups, and all of a sudden you begin to hear down the corridor some roars and growls of different drake-like creatures, probably potentially entering into the temple itself. What do you guys do?
Oh shit. Okay, Bruce, just fucking
Bruce,
calm
you-
down.
Bruce,
You
you
don't have
do
time for this.
You need to do it. He's not gonna let up.
Yeah. No, I
Not
know.
now.
That's why Errol is getting in between them and just basically trying
Is
to like.
is
Oh,
Ruin
oh.
able to get out of his stun by now?
Yes. As the temple,
Yeah,
as the teleport closes.
God damn it!
Do we still
Bruce.
feel the odd teleportation feeling?
You do.
Okay.
Bruce, we don't
I'm
have time for this.
I'm gonna put Bruce in the iron bands.
Fair.
Do you
So
resist?
I'm gonna just.
He will try to.
Okay.
And Errol
Good.
will help Ziggy get him in the Iron Bands.
What do I roll?
Strength check.
You have a
Yeah,
bardic
strength.
inspiration, by the way.
Fuck.
I won't use it.
Whoops.
I don't need it.
Silvery barbs.
Fair enough. That's fair. Because I've still got the storm giant potion effects.
Bruce,
I-
calm down.
always-
Will you stop?
always failed that
no,
one.
You fail. You are trapped. Bruce, we can deal with this later. We need to get the fuck out first.
He's roaring and howling like a madman right now.
Okay.
Could Ruin,
Yeah, dude.
just for flavor, could Ruin
Yeah, dude,
just
can you push
hit
it?
him with the butt of the handle of his sword and try to knock Bruce out?
No, Ruin. We still need him to run. We're
No.
not carrying his ass. Just
I'll
we
carry
got
him.
the bands on him already. This
Let
is-
me-
Hand him over a
You
big
see-
Yagu.
Yeah, I was already going to interrupt with an
Let-
with
just
advantage
grab-
athletics
grab
check
fucking
since I'm
numbers.
going
Let-
to
let
rage.
big-
So
Let Big Yagu handle him, but Bruce is gonna hit him with the butt of his sword.
well, either way, I'm going to try to grapple Bruce. Not looking good.
I'm already restrained, so I'll
Yeah,
flavor
yeah,
that
yeah.
he can't resist
Just
this.
strength
You just
on,
pick him
yeah.
up.
Sure.
The bands.
But
Okay.
okay,
It's
yeah.
like this for 24 hours. I was about to say 27 for some reason. I don't know why.
I mean, you live in a different world than us.
Before we go, can I cast Divine Sense just to get a feel for this obelisk? If it's something that I feel like we've dealt with before.
You've dealt with before? You mean you want to think you could destroy it?
No. I think this is the same obelisk that we dealt with when we dealt with Zadimus Fang.
The nature of the obelisk is very similar, meaning the shape and stuff like that of it, and the way it is set up, it's very similar. However, the properties of it and the divinity of it is completely different to what it was with Zadimus and the Whispered One. The Whispered One obviously had the kind of dark and necrotic, undead kind of feeling through it, and so did the Zadimus one as well. But this one seems a bit more towards a almost like a presence, an anchor into this world, the closest kind of tether between wherever the Dragon Queen is and this material plane. And you seem to have trembled into a passage or a pathway, but currently the path is closed. You're unsure if there's any other paths moving forward from there. However, you begin to hear as you see this kind of drake kind of stepping into the thing. Its long elongated kind of body, scales over it, and
oh shit, time to go.
Begin charging towards you as it kind of leaps in the air. Who's doing something? This is just going to be kind of non-combat flavored approach.
I can't do anything.
I
have -10 to my roll. I can't do shit.
I'll do a level
Let's
1
get it out of the way
guidance.
already. No, then
There's no
Just
rolls
do
involved.
something.
Let's narratively,
in
what are
that
you guys
case-
doing?
Aki casts polymorph on it.
like, you might as well get it out of the way right now, Luke. Just saying.
What does he turn it into?
He turns it into a lizard.
And you see this gecko just kind of moving on the floor as well. But you begin to hear more coming from different pathways into this thing.
Time
Aki's
to fucking
kinda pointing.
run.
Yes. But you need to go.
I believe
Let's go.
we're all leaving. Yep.
Right, Aki can't use the sword now, but I have this, and to take out a scroll and teleport, we just need to get out of here.
Okay.
Right.
Back
As
to
you begin
Candlekeep.
to kind of running, you going to
We can
Candlekeep?
kill each
Okay.
other later.
As you begin kind of running, you begin to see the doors. You push them over, and as you do, you begin to see now a wave of wyverns and dragons and drakes coming towards you, coming up the steps, around the side, just swarming like ants in towards the temple as well. You immediately feel, Ziggy, you shift a little bit forward, knowing that this is a good place, better place than anywhere for you to teleport.
I take out the scroll and just cast it immediately.
You see 5, 6 of them begin to leap towards you as you the teleportation takes place, and you guys disappear from the temple itself. As you appear at the teleportation circle just outside of Candlekeep. Music stop. Playing this one. And continue.
Okay.
Right.
Flare,
Okay.
you're gonna need to explain yourself because I can't keep him locked in there.
Do you want to roleplay him, or you want me to roleplay him?
We might have to minimize it just a bit there, Luke, since Ross isn't here. I don't know
Well,
what's discussed
we can
between
talk
Ross and
about it
Mo.
later. We need
Okay,
to check what's
I-
going on here.
Out of the sudden, Flare just collapses on the floor.
No, I'll roleplay Flair then in that case. And you Cisco can roleplay Ross if he wants to. I mean, not Ross. I mean Aki.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just do Flair. And he goes, "Oh, what do you expect me to do? Huh? He was going to be taken with her. And what
We were
then?
trying to stop that. It's fine.
He
You know what?
made the
It's
right
fine.
choice.
Of course,
you
I
for
made the
saving
right choice, and
Okay, not
that
helpful,
was not called for."
Bruce, can I let you out? We're back in
Don't.
Candlekeep.
He just glances at you, but then he has another murderous look at Flair. He's not
Bruce,
speaking right now.
Bruce,
Hmm.
I want to let you out. We can deal with this later because right now we need to make sure nobody else is dying.
No.
Yeah,
We,
back.
we,
We've
we
done it
deal with
once.
it. We deal with
Do it
this
before.
now. All right, take him out
Fuck
of the
off.
bat. If he wants to face me, I'll take him on right now.
Okay,
understand?
this is not
Alright,
fucking
whoa,
helpful.
whoa,
You know, you
okay.
begin to see
Claire.
his kind of fangs kind of protruding of his mouth.
Whoa. Okay. Flair, let's just take it easy here. Look, you did what you did. The damage is already done. Let's just address this situation without us having to try to kill each other. Bruce, we're gonna take these off. It's okay if you get mad. You just can't kill Flair or even attempt to.
No one is gonna kill anyone, Aki will say.
Uh,
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. This is stupid. Stop it.
well, it's
Yeah, we
not
need
that
to-
it's stupid. It's just because
we need
we
to
had her
we need to
back
solve
and
it
she's
in a
gone.
minute.
So, Ziggy, just take the bracers off him because it's just gonna keep stewing if we don't.
Are there any windows nearby?
No, you are in
We're
the
outside
kind
of
of
Candlekeep, right?
yeah. You're just outside of Candlekeep, near the teleportation circle, near kind of the foresty area. You can see in the distance there is still kind of very little plumes of smoke coming from Candlekeep itself, but you don't see it being in danger anymore. You don't see any demons or devils. You aren't sure what had happened, if anyone survived, if there's anything left. But you'll find out once you kind of go there. So
We need to get back. Bruce, please, you can have a fair fight with Flair later, but we need to go see. We need to go see if Bookworm is still alive. That's
We've saved her once, we'll save her again. You have my
yes.
word.
That's the last
that,
key
I'll-
they need.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
We
Either
should
way,
make sure
I'll
that the
say-
worm is okay.
I'll say Bolero and open up the chains.
The chains break and well, they fall off his arms and it's the rest of him. There's a brief second where he clenches his hands and he's maybe you think maybe he's going to lunge forward again, and stifling anything he might say, he takes off into the air and he goes deeper into the forest. Or he just goes over the canopy and then down in the opposite direction of Candlekeep.
Flair will
That's
say,
not fucking
"That's
helpful.
right. You run away,
Shut up,
piece
Flair.
of shit."
Aki will
And
do
Bruiser
whatever
high.
means he can to actually follow him.
No.
No,
No,
well,
Aki, stop. Errol,
Okay.
can you go?
But could you? I
Harold
need to
is
go.
about
You are Herald.
Says,
I'm
That's
says,
Aki.
fair,
go.
but the
Let's go,
forest he's headed
it's
to,
Ross isn't
I
here,
didn't
so
live
I think it's
there
been a bad
for
idea.
about
It's
a
just
decade and a half.
so you want. So let's do that. That Aki and Flair are not here. Should we do that better?
I think here we're just if their involvement in RP bits is relatively minimal.
Yeah.
Since
So let's not. So let's do it like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm doing what I'm doing
that's
because
perfect.
I'm just kind of
Yeah.
cutting you on. But yeah, anyway.
So I won't.
So
I won't do anyone.
Harold
Then it's okay.
is-
So
Guys,
let's
Harold is gonna
let's-
take out
don't
his
talk to them.
carpet,
It's better that way.
And then he's gonna start flying. You guys go ahead. I'll see if I can talk to him. Besides, I lived where he's going anyway. I know it
Ruin's
better than
gonna-
he does.
Ruin's gonna cast haste on himself, and he's going to, as fast as he can, try to run to Candlekeep to get to Bookworm's side.
Okay.
Can we do anything perception-wise? To
Yeah,
like
make a
look
roll
into
of
the
perception.
distance?
Yeah, roll a perception as you begin walking down the Lion's Path. Is that what it's called? I can't remember what it's called.
-4.
-4?
Yep. -4.
So the Way of the Lion, that's the path, what it's called. No, you kind of see within your own soul and can't see anything either. But Yagu, you notice that there are Avodes and Candlekeep members standing guard outside the gates, the gatehouse, which is the main entrance, with the black steel doors that enter into Candlekeep itself. Whatever happened and whatever you left the day before seems to have quieted down. And from what you see, they may have been victorious in somehow, some way, but you are not unsure of how much damage has been dealt. As Flair kind of also sees this, his eyes kind of narrow. You see him quickly thinking of the situation, and he kind of, grumbles in angry. this is pointless. The person I came for is just probably not here anymore. You see him kind of turn around and he say, you tell your ungrateful friend that if you all want my help, then he needs to ask. Because I ain't gonna forget what he just did to me for saving his life. And I don't do that often, do you understand? He kind of looks at all of you.
We get the memo. We will tell him.
Yeah. I don't think he would have. I'm pretty sure he would have wanted you to save Nadalia rather than him. I think that's the issue here.
Yeah. Like, I guess he's grateful for your help, but not grateful for putting him over Nadalia.
There was no way I was going to be able to push her away from the dragon's hand. But either way, if you need me, you come and find me. And you see him, he grows one of his kind of tooth out, and you see him just kind of break it. Yeah. And he gives it to one of you. You'll find me with that.
Sure, he puts it in its shell.
Yeah, Ruin's long gone.
You see Ruin kind of drifting in. But as he kind of looks at you all, he doesn't even nod, he just kind of turns around, puts his kind of cloak on and begins drifting away as Flair steps away from the scene and the game for now. As you continue moving forward, immediately you are halted at the door by avodes standing there. Some of them kind of look at you confused, not recognizing you until someone steps out from the side, recognizing you. Let them in. The caravan of chaos. I thought you were all dead.
No, we were.
Somewhat busy.
I'll
Bookworm?
explain the full situation.
I think you go inside and potentially find the great readers. They're assembling in one of the main hall in the great library. I'll get one of these Avo to escort you there.
Is Bookworm alive?
Well, I hope so.
You
But
hope
we
so.
don't know where he is. That's what you're saying.
Well, that's what I've heard. We don't know where he
But-
is.
Is there any evidence of golden scales or draconic blood throughout the area?
Honestly, I am just here as.
Ruin's looking for it. He's
You're
not
going
asking.
straight in? You're going to. You're looking around if there's any more scales around outside? Not at the moment.
No,
you
like-
don't see any.
like
Go ahead.
Bookworm's golden scales.
Oh, yeah. No, you don't see anything outside where you are because you're just in the courtyard area at the moment before entering into the Great Library. So, all you see as you enter, you begin to see that the although the smith shop is a bit battered and scrapped up with the smithy and the stables, you see it's already being repaired as you see Bycroft there just fixing the whole place up with the help of some avodes and other members as well. But the shop itself, the enchanter shop, is destroyed. It is crumbled into the ground, and there you just see he's not crying, he's just kind of looking at his shop all crumbled and kind of confused of what to kind of do. He kind of lifts up some of the kind of debris and picks up a kind of a glass bottle which is already broken and is just sad and throws it behind him.
Ziggy will go up to him and pull out the lyre of building and say,
Oh,
I
Ziggy.
want this back. Yeah, I want this back, but maybe this could help you.
Music? And what?
It builds.
Oh, it's a magical item. Oh, and you see his eyes kind of flash between.
Yeah. I want it back.
Thank you very much, Ziggy. Of course. Please come back
I
to
can
me.
cast fabricate and shit.
All right. and you begin to see him. He kind of begins strumming it and getting used to it. And as you do that, you continue on. You see, as you move on, so definitely most of the structures have been kind of damaged and have kind of got damaged as well. But there are loads of avodes and loads of people around that are walking around helping and fixing. You see kind of on the floor some like soot or cinder around from time to time. You can make a religion check at this point when you see these kind of things on the ground as well, like piles of like ash from time to time.
Very good religion.
Fuck.
Well, Yagu, you are quite familiar with this in the sense that you sense that the dark kind of nature and the kind of coloration, especially when you guys headed down into the hells itself, you did see similar piles, and these are probably like demons and devils that have been vanquished here but potentially returned to their realms, and there are like mounds and of them around, people sweeping them away, moving it around. But you continue on. 2 is not at the door, but there is an avode who sees you and lets you in. You continue walking, and eventually you find yourself taken into a great hall, where standing there are several great readers. I'll tell you which ones. Cisco, you can help me with role-playing a couple of them if you want to.
Sure,
But,
of course.
where are we? Where are thy books? There we are. Okay, great. Well, you see a familiar face with Alea even more there, who was the person that helped you help Ruin get out of his problem. Alcarist, the Dragonborn, stands there. You see the Lightfoot halfling, Feminor, who's very skitterish and has books in his eyes. His eyes are kind of like, looking around suspiciously and confused and annoyed and frustrated and scared. All the emotions are, you can see it clearly on their face. And then you see a red tiefling there as well, who you know to be the Silvira, who is the one that was teaching the class with the Ifrit as well. And then you see the Gisarai, who is Vizier Arg, who you also helped before. Really, in the beginning, when he told you to look for his disciple, who you found that was killed in a town far away from here. You do see a couple of bodies there. They seem to have passed. There is a human there. Bruce was here; he would have recognized. But is Aki is with this group, right?
Yeah, Aki's with the group.
Okay, yeah, Aki recognizes this person, and you also see another body of another human as well, of Kazrin, who was also he kind of remembers seeing them when he was on trial as well. As you enter into the room, before anything continues on from there, we'll shift and go back to where Bruce, why don't you tell us where you're going?
He's barely able to focus on anything right now. He's flying as fast as he can. He gets to a certain point where it's more like that spot will do, and he dives down to the ground, and he doesn't land so much as sort of crashes into the ground. Like, he doesn't really care about hurting himself or whether he hurts himself, whether he lands safely. And the second he's up, he just starts lashing out at anything nearby, inanimate object, tree, rock. It doesn't matter. And if if he landed in an area of where some kind of territory animal there thinks, "What the heck are you doing?" and tries to start on him, then it'll be on sight. I'm gonna say it even gets to a point where he wants to feel something else other than that crushing grief and failure. He is going to take one of those Shadowfell mushrooms that I've had sitting in my bag for a while. I'll take the one that was grown from half-orc blood, just so he can feel something other than that. It's just pure unadulterated rage. So yeah, trees, rocks, any large animal that thinks to have a go because I'm in its territory.
Swing away, trees tumble down onto the ground. Anything that kind of comes out or flies back either runs away from you, from your anger and ferocity and fear that you exude out into this kind of area, and before you know it, you're just cutting into wood and into a stone, and you're cutting away, your rage building and building and building and building until you get to a point where you see this little creature crawl up onto a stone and look towards you, and as you come down towards it, you see Reapy Cheap stand there, and your blade just instinctively you just stop, and he looks at you. And that look he kind of gives you just kind of causes you to kind of drop your weapon, and you fall onto your knees and your hands to the side as if you've just lost everything in the world. And at that point, Errol, you come into the show.
So, noticing the obvious damage from his descent, and Errol will just slowly go down with the carpet, and then he'll just land down and he'll like fold up the carpet, like roll it up, and then put it away. And I guess seeing Bruce on his knees, I'm not sure if he's crying or not. Errol's just not going to say anything. He's just going to go up, and he's just going to put his hand on Bruce's shoulder and just kind of just pat him a little bit, not really saying anything, and just taking a look around.
At this point, like. I mean, his head is in his hands right now, and in between these massive racking sobs, and it's interspersed with like a roar, just ah! I'm not shouting here.
Yeah, no, I get it, and I'm like,
yeah,
and that's what Errol would be like, yeah, you gotta let it out, friend. This is a perfect place for it.
Yeah, and just that occasionally he'll punch the ground, but it's it's just you. It's just sheer unadulterated grief at this point. He still can't verbalize it.
No, and Errol was just saying, keep letting it out. Let it all out.
This will go on for several minutes before he starts to quieten down. It's more just sort of like gasping for breath at this point. He's bloodied up his hands from things he was punching and lashing out with. He probably headbutted a few things. I know that was a gag for a while where he'd do an athletics check, headbutt the door, that kind of thing. So it's
right. And then after there's a period of hopefully where Bruce is just kind of like not doing this anymore. His hands are just bloodied. Errol's just going to take out a couple good berries and just squeeze the juices. This is just for flavor, just to like kind of like mend the hands a little bit and then just dry them off.
Like he's physically trembling from all this.
It's okay what you're feeling. It's perfectly understandable.
Think we're having Discord issues again? I'm not sure.
Oh, what? Where did we stop?
So
okay, we're back.
for me.
Yeah, all good now.
Cisco,
Thank you.
You okay?
Yeah, all good.
Okay.
Thank you, bro.
So I think where we stopped, where the last thing I got, I didn't get anything. The last thing I said was, "Do you want to get it off your chest?" And then I didn't catch anything after that.
All right, it's just as about to start speaking then.
Sure, no problem.
Didn't have to be. It didn't have to be. Why?
And then Errol's just gonna grip his hands, like just not like in like a firm grip, but just with his like hands while they're still balled up like this. It never does have to be.
If I did,
Sometimes it is.
he looks at this is the first time he actually looks up at you. Say, "If I'd stayed, I would have killed him. I would have crushed the life out of his. I would have done an honest to God smile on my face. I would have murdered that man, and I wouldn't have cared. Actual murder."
But you didn't. And you have all of us here. And you just had something terrible happen, so.
And again.
Yeah, sorry for the Discord issue. I think it's yep. Bruce is very angry. Please just hold off. We hopefully will get that back soon. I think I'm the only one that we can see on the stream itself. So apologies for the technical difficulties. Just give us a few moments until that gets resolved. Actually, I will. Oh, we're back again. Okay. People moving. All right, you guys are back again. Can you hear me?
At least we can. At least we can hear you on the stream. That was
I know,
quite
right?
nice.
It's only me moving on the street.
I am feeling very emotional right now.
I know. I'm
I'm
so
still
sorry.
Oh,
He was like, you were
man,
having
I'm
such a
so
moment,
sorry
and I'm
about
like,
that.
why are you always frozen?
Where did it cut off for everyone else?
I think you never got to answer to Herald on the stream. I think again.
Right. Do I start from scratch again?
I'm sorry.
No.
I mean, the
We're
last
gonna
thing
lay
I
it all
caught
out,
was
just lay it all out.
again.
Again.
Okay, we're gonna go on a quick break, and we'll come back until we get this kind of situation resolved. So don't go anywhere. See you all in a second. we are back. I feel like Discord is saying the go ahead. We're again sorry for any technical errors that have been happening. But let's jump straight back in.
Right.
Bruce and Errol.
Where would you like me to pick up from? Would you just right at the start of when Bruce is calm enough to start speaking?
So the last thing I heard was again. Like this was just Errol saying to let it out, and then it's
So-
like you. I'm guessing Bruce said something along the lines of
He
"It
was-
happened again."
He was muttering why it didn't have to happen, why it didn't have to happen, didn't have to happen, and And Harold said something, and
Yeah.
first, then Bruce finally looks at you and goes, "But again, it's happened again, fucking happened again, failed again." Harold,
You didn't.
no, not even a week. I was given guardianship of her, that child, and I let her go. They were stolen from me, and then the second I get her back, I spent however long trying to get her back, save her soul. She snatched from me again, and that son of a bitch knocked me off her. I would have gone to the abyss with her.
And what would have happened if you did?
I would have died. I would have
Both of you
preferred that to
would have
this.
died.
Yes, right now I would have taken that over this. I made a decision once where she came second. I can't face this again. I can't face this again.
You didn't do anything wrong. Not then and not now.
It matter.
It does. Because you're still here. We're still here. You were put in the worst situation both times. And the first time you saved all of us, I'm still here alive because of you. So I can say that back then you did the right thing. And considering what I witnessed, you did the right thing even today. And granted, it's not a good situation, but we know that she's still alive and that we know that she's not going to kill her. We know that we can get her back. We've been into her domain and we can do it again.
Harold.
You still have her, Bruce, just because she's not here.
Harold, what I used to free her was a one and done.
Do you really believe that? And then Errol will go to your pendant and kind of hold it up. Do you really believe that you only get one chance? Do you believe that's who she is? And with the saloon pendant. Look at me.
He tries. I don't know.
Then pray on it.
No.
Take a second. You didn't fail. You didn't fail me. You didn't fail Aki. You didn't fail her. And you certainly didn't fail her.
Harold, would you believe me if I said I wasn't worried about failing some distant god?
I 100% would believe you. Because I also didn't care that I failed Sylvanas. I cared that I failed my parents. I cared that my sisters are dead. Just like I'm sure you care that you think Nadalia is dead. When she's not.
Harold, you and I both know there are worse things than just being killed in this world.
That's true. But she could come back. You just literally did that.
And then I failed again.
No. Just because something went wrong doesn't mean you failed. The fact that there's another condition that you could try again doesn't mean you failed.
His Discord is not behaving itself. So we'll be back. Sorry. Okay. Speak, someone.
Hello, howdy.
Oh, I think it's fine actually.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear
Hi everyone. As you can see, we're back, but you can't see us at the moment. But that's because we've just jumped into another platform just so that we can continue the narrative and the story as well. Because technology is not playing with us, not nice today. So, we'll be on this for probably 45 minutes, and then we'll try again jumping back onto Discord, and hopefully we can conclude today's session. So, take 3, 4, 5. I don't know which take it is, but let's
take 20.
Take
The
20.
little clipboard.
I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be one of those awful off-tour method actors. Like, no, I've lost it.
Oh dear. So let's crack on again.
Oh,
so back,
man.
leave it with again Bruce and Harold. Go ahead.
Sure, so we'll just shoot off from the last thing Harold said, which is just because...
You didn't fail. You didn't fail.
Yeah,
That's
you
what you're
didn't
saying.
fail. So yeah, we'll shoot off that. Okay.
Harold, I do appreciate what you're saying, but I can't see it the same way. Not right now. It's not possible.
Of course it's not. You'd have to not have emotions in order to do that, so... That's why we're here. Harold will gesture around. This is a forest. There's a lot here. Anger, your grief, happiness, all of it.
Oh God.
Let it out.
You
No,
look
don't worry.
properly now, like he's just the haze is lifted. Is it? Please tell me it's just plants and stone that's around here.
Look, Bruce, we're near Cloakwood, and a bit deeper in is where I used to live. Coming here was painful for me, but when I did, it was worth it because I got to let it out, everything. So if you're worried about what's here, that's very considerate and kind of you, but nature, regardless of what we do to it, will recover. And we're a part of it, all of us. Unfortunately, that scaled bitches too, unfortunately. So whatever emotions you have left, let them out. It's not a rush. You just need to feel, because if you hold it in again, it'll come out even worse again.
Did you go back to Candlekeep?
I did not, but the others did. I'm assuming they're getting their recon, and Ruin and Ziggy, I'm sure they're doing a fine job of annoying whoever's left there.
I don't doubt it. I understand Akino's coming. He's dealing with far too much.
Well, and I'm sure he will also be feeling the pain of this too. Like, you both were there when she was, with you.
Harold, I don't know if I've ever told you, but for all we're both such different people, I do appreciate that you're often one of the first people to come to follow me, or likewise if I tear off on one, which I'm wanted to do. I know you're not the type for talking much, but you still do anyway, and I genuinely appreciate that.
Of course, you're my friend. One of the very few I've had in a very, very long time. I haven't lost a daughter, but I've lost a lot.
I haven't even dared to call her that.
But you love her. Do you not?
Yes, I suppose that's his parental. I'm just afraid, honestly. If I was to verbalize it, it makes it a lot more real, and I can't do that if this keeps happening.
Well, that's the cost of loving, and some people are weak enough that they think such things should be on, and they live in a basis of that is death. There's a whole god dedicated to that, actually. So you're stronger than even that, for choosing to let it all out, even if you do have to come all the way out here to do it. We are going to get her back. I know that you said that's your last shot, or, it's the Dragon Queen's realm and domain. We did what she probably would have thought was impossible, which is we went in, killed 5 of her kids, and almost took off with, a hostage. We'll do it again. And you still have her. You still have a lot to lose, which is scary. It's perfectly reasonable, and it's natural to feel that way, but you also have so much to gain with Nadalia, which you will. And that's with all of us.
I believe you said a few days ago, Tiamat is kept in the abyss.
She should be, but
whatever realm of hell, I don't know what one it is.
whatever realm of the hells.
She's in one of those.
And I've been there, which means you can go there. Any of us can go there, which means we can get her back. She's not permanently gone.
Bruce will stand up, and he still looks like a gust of wind might blow him over.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a bit more of a determination there, and he says, I think we should get some scrolls from Candlekeep.
I agree. And, maybe if we run into a chromatic dragon, maybe we'll talk to one, find out where we find an easier way to get into her home, and we'll break in and try again. Because that's what you do. What your phrase is, which is, I believe, stand firm?
Lockwood family motto. The family words.
Well, standing firm wouldn't mean anything if you never had situations like today, but
no.
Like I said,
Suppose not.
We'll go to Candlekeep, check on the others, and we'll go from there.
Errol, I would ask that I can't face Flair right now.
Well, knowing his type, I have a feeling he's not going to stick around.
Good. Let's just go back. Again, I have some scrolls I want to get from there.
And then Errol will take out the carpet. You can go ahead and lay down if you want. I'll drive.
I would very much like to just sit. And he would sit on the carpet.
Yep. And then Errol will go like, yeah! And then just start driving up.
Just as you kind of fly off, Reapy Cheap jumps onto the carpet as well. And
oh shit! Shit! Sorry about that, Reapy Cheap.
Yeah, Bruce already had his hand out, sort of waiting for him, and he just sort of holding him close.
If we're moving our cameras back to Candlekeep, I think Ziggy's going to try and start talking to everybody.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. You enter into the room, and there you begin to see all the great readers, a couple of the dead ones on the floor. But as you enter in, all eyes are on you, and especially not the blind woman, but everyone else is.
Who's the Dragonborn again? Can you remind me of his name?
His name is Alchrist.
Yeah, I copied them there.
That's perfect. That's right.
It's miles away though, but yeah.
Alchrist. Yeah, for everybody. I'm going to say this once, and I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm going to tell you everything that's gone on.
Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm hearing everyone typing.
Yeah, we need to mute ourselves over
I figured out something.
Oh, yeah?
If you pay £8 a month, you can get great features like
noise cancelling
yourself. And, you know, like yeah. I'm not.
Hey Google, fuck you.
So you know shit like noise suppression?
Yeah.
That can be yours for £8 a month.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
you
no.
You know what you can get for £8 a month?
What's that?
A dropout subscription and have
Yeah.
£2 to spare.
Yeah. I actually do have one.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, start watching it. It's great.
Whether
Yeah,
it
sorry. Go
will
ahead.
get us up. Either way, so what Ziggy's gonna do is gonna speak to Alchris and just say, I'm gonna gather get everybody to listen to me right now.
Yeah, you've got everyone's attention. He kind of stands there. Oh, the Caravan of Chaos. This is Femino speaking. This is Femino. It's been a terrible day yesterday and today, and the people that we found. Oh, yes.
You're fully aware.
Okay, everybody. The last few days have been shit. We're all aware of that. And I'm guessing Bookworm is missing. I know Bookworm is missing. He's probably, almost certainly, always almost dead. However,
they all look at each other, a bit confused, and kind of look at you.
We believe he's been kidnapped by the cult of Tiamat. We need everybody. Okay, don't interrupt me.
Don't say her name.
Okay, I don't care. We've already beaten her forces once. We'll do it again. The caravan did this. We beat her up. We'll do it again. I don't care what she thinks she is. She is not above us. Everybody, we need to gather together if you want to save your precious first reader. He's been taken by one of her inner sanctum, an ally she believed who used to be his brother. I don't know the full story. I don't care to know the full story. But right now, we need everybody together. Anybody you can gather up, anyone you can bring back, needs to be done now.
Evanmore speaks up and says, we don't know where, if he's been taken, do you have a lead?
He's most certainly dead. He has something that the Dragon Queen needs.
They all
So
kind of
our
look at
only
each other
option to
confused.
ever save him is to start a siege towards her.
They
Gather up
kind of
your
look
finest
towards.
spellcasters, any scroll, any cursed artifacts.
Oh,
We
well,
need it all.
for cursed artifacts, have you seen Talos? He's the one that normally has all keeper of the artifacts.
Where's Talos?
Where is and then you hear Aki speak up. Talos is the one who betrayed you all. They all kind of.
Impossible.
No. Talos. How can Talos be? Talos has always been a bit, gloomy and all, but I don't think he was the one that did it. No.
Talos was in the sanctum that kept Aki. Aki's been a prisoner for a few weeks now, and we've only just rescued him from the Dragon Queen. Talos was there.
I saw everything. I saw him transform into this creature of demonic being, and
we need everybody to check the archives, see what's been taken. The hand may be missing.
Everything might be missing.
Everything is probably gone. The fact is, we need to gather our forces if we're gonna save this place. Any wizard able. Even if you aren't able, you are still doing something.
The tiefling, red tiefling Silvira will say, we just had a fight. We are running out of magic. Do you, like my friend said, do you know where they are? Do you know where this temple is? How are we gonna go there if we don't know what it is?
We've been to the temple, but we think that's abandoned. There's probably more dragons. It's swarming with dragons. We're all hurt. We can try and rest up as much as possible, but the fact is we need somebody to actually lead, and I don't think any of you are in the state to lead at the moment. I'm not saying me, because I don't want that shit, but I think we all need to band together here.
We need to forge our own army if we want to do something against her, I guess.
We have switched on the defenses back on. We didn't understand how, but they had been switched off. All our forces. That makes sense.
You need to get in contact with Force Grey. That's the first thing, so send somebody on that right now.
You-
teleport.
While you're
messaging,
speaking, Luke,
whatever.
while you're speaking, you see Vizier Og, the Githyanki, kind of floats forward and says, "It seems as if you are aware of what is happening, and you have a better idea. Perhaps you should lead this.
I'm not leading. That is not
Then
my
maybe
place.
one
However,
of your members should lead and gather up the forces. We can do the things on our end and
right.
perhaps gather people within Candlekeep to help. But we have no direction. We need a direction."
Right, well, then just listen to the caravan as a group then. There's going to be no leader because there's never a leader among us.
Very well.
First of all, send someone to Force Grey. Okay, get them aware of the situation. They know the location we need to go to, or at least where we were just. The temple of the Dragon Queen.
Cisco, what were you about to say there?
Sorry.
Alcris will say that based on my experience, I think that's good. We definitely are doing all those things. We have already contact Force Grey, and there was a very slow reply for some reason.
Well, send someone over there and teleport them. I don't care what it does, but first of all, big boy, go check your stats, see what's been taken.
In the meanwhile, also everyone else, if you have any contacts with anyone remotely powerful, contact them now.
We're going to war. If anybody has any form of
Anything.
dunamancy to help us refresh ourselves, do so.
This
If
is
there is a way we can.
Is there a timeline? Leia asked.
Well, I assume the quicker we get to Hookworm, the quicker he isn't dead.
Preferably we
already
go
is,
right now, but we understand that, well, you're kind of...
But where are we
beaten
going,
We don't know.
Yagu?
So
Okay.
far, our lead is the temple, unless we know we're in a place that has all the information that might be telling where, the Queen of the Dragons might be.
Well,
We
to me,
should-
it seems like there's two avenues from what you're saying. We all return back with a force to the temple that you have been to and see if we can find out anything. And if you are saying Talos of Ostes is the one that has betrayed us, perhaps we should seek him out as well. Maybe that would be another avenue
We should
to
only
look
seek
for
him
as
out
well.
to kill him, because he's betrayed you all. He's the reason probably Hookworm will be dead in the matter of days.
He's part of he follows the Lord of Lies, says Aki Flamcaster, because the Lord of Lies. Alright. Okay, let's she speaks towards all the other great readers. Let's fan out and see who we can find and maybe get a lead on Talos of Us from our side. Perhaps you and maybe Force Grey could look into going to the temple itself, and hopefully see if you can find some clues there.
It'll be
At this
swarming with
point-
dragons.
At this point, the door kind of opens up an abode, and Bruce and Harold step into the room as well.
While the Earl is stepping in, is like, okay, so it sounds like everybody's getting together, and okay, so far we do need to figure
Bruce, you
out
do
how
not
to
see
stop
Flair,
her.
by the way. Flair's not there.
Flair's not there.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
And I'm just gonna say, okay, so far, I do need to get in contact with a way to stop her from preventing us from teleporting when we head. And then Harold will get like a sending earpiece that he was given by Force Grey, and he'll use it, and he'll just immediately be like, "Hey Doc, it's Harold. Are you there? Please pick up. I really need your help here. Actually, came across something I'd never experienced before. I'm at
Ziggy,
Candlekeep, by the way."
Ziggy,
Straight.
have you?
stranger-
Can you? Sorry, Mo.
Sorry, I'm just finishing off what
Go for it.
Harold was saying. Harold, funnily, normally he responds back quite quickly, and he's always responded back, unless he's in a different plane or something like that. Doesn't do that often. He normally tells you when he's shifting off to a different plane. No response.
What the fuck?
Something wrong.
Yeah, Doc's not picking up. Fuck. We might have to go physically visit them in Waterdeep.
Right. Ziggy, have you caught everyone up?
Everybody's caught up. Everybody, I'm pretty sure, is willing to answer to us at the minute.
Right. Bruce will look to the first readers. Well, Ziggy's told you everything we know, no doubt. I can tell by that annoyed look on all your faces that he's been giving you a thorough explanation of what we've been doing. Great readers. I need some scrolls.
All right. What type of scrolls do you need, Bruce?
Sending, scrying, whatever can get us to the hells.
You're heading to the hells.
Well, actually, we should go to Waterdeep first.
Yeah, I got you there. It's more. This is Bruce is thinking further ahead. So, Mo, I believe was it last week or the week before?
Avernus.
We deduced that Tiamat was located in Avernus. I believe. Am I remembering that correctly?
That is correct. Yeah.
Right. Okay. The dragon bitch is located in Avernus.
And that is where you think a bookworm is?
Most likely.
I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. Maybe he's already been rent into pieces for his heart.
Oh, that's what they want.
No.
His
Why?
heart.
Why? Yeah. No, what?
I don't understand.
Oh,
They'll kind of look
that's something you need
confused.
to know then. The cults have been gathering up hearts. Apparently the dragon mother needs them, presumably for her freedom or some such crap like that. And
Why would
apparently...
they need a dragonborn heart?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, your great reader's been lying to you. He's a gold dragon in disguise.
And one of the scales, turns out, was his brother, thought dead.
They'll
You
kind
see,
of
like, surprise around the
surprise.
table.
Yeah, everyone just kind of
Yeah,
looks
it's
While,
surprised.
while
Right.
this is happening, Ziggy's going to take a gem out of his bag and use it to cast scrying.
Yeah.
He's going to try and scry on Bookworm.
Bookworm?
Yeah,
Okay.
he has
What's the save?
it's whatever. It's a wisdom save of 20. However, he has a -5 to it because I know Bookworm.
Okay.
It's true.
I guess.
Let us see what he rolls and what you get. Perhaps this is the first initial clue that you potentially get.
Do you have any personal items from Bookworm? Did he give you something?
Okay, in that case, I'll say to somebody give me something of Bookworms. It'll be a -4 because I've read it wrong.
You have Did you have the autograph? And I think you sold it. It was a paper from Bookworm.
Wait,
actually,
didn't Bookworm create Candlekeep?
No, he didn't.
I don't think he built the building.
No, he didn't.
Anyway,
But you see one of the great readers quickly ask one of the avos to go to Bookworm's office, and eventually they come back with something that's you've seen. Either he carries around and he gives it to
I'll
you.
hold it up to the gem and cast scrying. So
Okay,
he has a
what's-
-4 to the save, not -5.
-4 to the save, and he needs to beat a
Don't they stack though?
whatever it is.
It does
-4,
stack.
right?
It's if you know him and if you have something personal.
It's
to him.
-9 then.
Okay, -9 then.
Yeah,
I don't know how
okay.
the spell works.
No,
It's
Yeah,
I
it's a
do.
hard
I'm
spell.
just guessing. No.
yeah, post it up once you.
No, I posted it, but then it.
You just got the
Oh yeah,
components.
it only did the thing, not the actual spell description.
There we
I
go.
think it's a
Yeah,
DC
it's a
20
-4
wisdom save.
familiar,
I believe they
-5.
stack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you don't have any body parts of him, but okay.
Let's go back to the place we teleported. I'm sure Lucius left a piece.
that could be interesting. Do you guys want to go there?
No, I think we're just gonna go with what we have now
Big
because we
grizzly,
don't
let's
want to waste
not.
time.
Okay. All right. He is rolling. Okay. As you focus into the crystal ball, is it crystal ball you have?
It's just a gem.
Yeah, gem, crystal. Okay, sure. As you focus in, you see Ziggy's vision get shifted, and you immediately find him laying on something, probably something wooden. His body is almost as if it's shifting, like this. He seems unconscious. He has shackles on his hand. He's not in his dragon form. He seems to be in his humanoid form. Make a perception check.
Okay. 1 second. I'm just gonna make sure because I think I can't use impending misfortune again. No, it's a short rest. Okay. Perception. I'm going to use a party inspiration if that's alright.
Good idea.
Go for it. Yep.
Because
So we have one more.
Fuck. Why did that not roll with advantage?
Oh, roll again then.
I clicked the advantage button. That's not better. An 11.
11. You see just in the outskirt, a couple of feet, you see he's surrounded. They're not moving. You're unsure. You could deduce one thing, that he's definitely, from whatever sound that you may be muffled hearing from this scry, this vision, is as if they're on the move. They're shifting. So they're going somewhere.
Can I
And
tell if it's the
also
same
the
realm?
fact that they're in the same realm.
Oh, okay.
So, where they're moving to, you are unsure.
I'll just try to tell everybody that and just actually, everybody, can we go in some more the 3 dots on the Google thing, more options, settings, and then push to talk. That'll just mean whenever you're holding spacebar.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So that may be a bit better for everybody audio-wise and for the stream. Just everyone on push to talk.
Hello. Testing.
Cool.
Testing.
You okay, Lucky?
Yeah, no, I was just
Testing,
testing the mic.
Okay.
Where is it? I can't see push to talk anywhere.
Okay, so
It's
if you go in some more option, if, the 3 little dots, then settings, and then it could be the first thing. It'll just be your spacebar.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, so hold down your spacebar if you want
Hello.
to talk.
Hello, can you hear me
Now
now?
you can't hear me. Right?
Okay.
Now you
Yeah,
can't
you
hear
shouldn't
me.
be able to hear me. None of you guys can hear me, right?
Are you holding the
can.
spacebar?
Okay,
I'm not holding it at the
now,
moment.
I'm speaking
Okay,
now,
then
speaking.
it's not working.
Can people hear me?
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah. I'm
People,
not sure.
I take it people can't hear me?
We can
Anybody?
hear you.
I can
Oh,
hear
you
you.
can hear me. Okay,
Yeah,
how
So
about now?
click on the.
Can you hear me now?
No,
Doesn't work.
hold on a second. We can't hear you, Andy. So click on the left arrow on the audio settings, the one that's pointing up. You'll click on that, then you'll click on the cog wheel that says settings. Then after you've clicked on that, you're gonna click push to talk on the right side where it's where it has like a little gray bar. Slide it to the right where it says blue and it says press spacebar to unmute your mic. It'll work.
I did that, but apparently it didn't like that.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so push to talk just isn't working.
Okay, let's just
Yeah.
continue. Let's just continue.
Sorry
I'm
about
messing around now.
But you cannot
about
hear me, no?
Discord seems to be
can
fine
hear
now
you.
according to the thingy.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah? Should we jump back in there?
Moving over the
We
Discord?
can try.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
We'll go
Back
back
to
into a
Discord.
break.
Problem.
Alright,
Here we
finish
go.
that. What? Hello, and welcome back. Carry on.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. What were we doing?
You just scryed
Again?
Bookworm.
Oh, no.
You saw him.
Yeah.
He's on this plane of existence, and they're on the move. He's tied to some sort of wooden platform.
Yeah, so I'll say that to everybody. He's on the move. If anybody else can scry, because I can only do this once.
I was hoping to get a scroll of scrying, one for sending. Oh, actually, funnily enough, I just checked my bag. I have a stone of sending. I do not know where this came from, but it's sitting right here.
Crying.
It might be mine.
The stone of sending should be force gray.
Like I have a few pairs of sending stones. You might have one.
I thought
of mine.
I thought the Force Grey thing was something they basically tattooed on our ear.
I thought it was an earring.
I don't think it's an earring.
So the spell says it's like a glowing orb to anybody who can see invisible creatures. So I assume I'm gonna try to like move the scrying orb to like try and get the attention of the bookworm. Does he notice it?
I'm sorry. You're doing this. Say that again. I'm trying to get. So you're trying to get Bookworm to notice that you're scrying on him.
Yeah. So it says.
Well, the thing is, he's unconscious, so you're not seeing him.
Right.
He can't see you.
Okay.
So.
Right. Well, forget the stone of sending. Forget the stone of sending.
Doesn't want us to help him.
Forget the stone of sending on my bag. Bruce wants a scroll of scrying and a scroll of sending, and anything that would get them to Avernus.
Okay.
That's what he's going to ask the great
Need,
readers
like,
for.
plain
And
shit.
has that Discord just done it again? No.
No.
Really?
No. we're
Oh,
fine.
thank God! Y'all froze for a second. I was about to log
we were
into it.
listening.
that
we
may
were
just
listening,
be-
man. Like,
No,
May
all
just be
your
Scottish
faces froze
Wi-Fi.
for a second.
That may
Statue.
just be Scottish Wi-Fi.
I can try something. Do we have many scrolls of sendings?
Silvira will say, I can teleport you all, but not today anymore. I could also scry once more today.
Okay.
But
I think
the scrolls will take time. We might have some on store.
you need to check your stats. We also
Yeah,
probably need items to plane shift in and out.
She will whisper to some abows that are around, and they always start having a look
Also,
around.
we need to go to the dungeons.
we do. Wait, the
I have an
dungeons
idea. Yes.
For Miriam.
We
Did
need to
you-
free her.
Ziggy, before we talk about that, have you told them about the sealed pages?
No. The sealed pages of Verglas, I don't know what they are. They're gone.
Everyone kind of looks around, confused, apart from one of the great readers. You see Feminor kind of look a bit like shocked when you say that. Oh, what do you mean? The sealed pages of Vergla? What are those?
Cut the shit. Okay.
Feminor,
Everybody
speak up.
around us is dying.
When Aki and I look at Aki, so he's paying attention. We're going down to visit Miriam, and no, we were not supposed to. You can deal with us later. Miriam directed us to a place. Didn't know what it was, and we saw the book. And I've had words burned into my brain ever since I read a page from it. Would you like to hear them? Maybe they mean more to you.
Also, as current leader of Candlekeep, I pardon the Caravan of Chaos from all previous instances.
You hear you you
And allow them one free item of theft.
Wow.
Kind of narrows his eyes towards Ziggy, and you get that sense that no, that's not gonna
Well,
stand.
Do
Leader.
the great readers want to hear these words that I have had in my notes for a very long time?
Please enlighten us with those words. Alcris will say, the Dragonborn. Bronze.
Bruce's eyes kind of glaze over a wee bit. Ice-kissed flowers caught mid-bloom, beauty kept in all its grace. Summer's gone to its silent tomb, stilling in her cold embrace. All the world in winter's white, sheathed in sleet and ice, set upon never-ending night, she conjures paradise. Does that mean anything to you? It was a verse from the book itself.
Should we do more a religion check for one of them?
I mean, Femino would probably know because you can see
Yeah, he will.
He's
But the
kind
other-
of hiding in the situation, but the others kind of look confused at each other and kind of look, and then Femino, as like a school kid, raises his kind of hand up. Yes, those words have power. That's not the full script, though. No, just that sentence alone would not accumulate the thing, but those pages are... Well, they have been in Candlekeep protection for centuries now, and hidden away. Only a very few... Well, only me and Bookworm that are still alive know about the pages, and I guess now everyone here in this room. But that's not the point. The point
Okay, I
is...
think there's bigger issues.
Yes, I understand that, Ziggy, but the book itself, it's more of pages. The pages itself are almost like a decree of a word. Pages that were written by divinity itself, like a contract, you could say. While the gods stepped away from the world, they wrote a contract to the mortal beings, telling them that they will not enter into this world. The words were poetic, as Bruce very nicely recited a part of it. But if the words are spoken by a god, they may be able to push past the boundary, breaking through the barrier once again, and returning to the realm that we are in.
Well,
Yeah.
then it seems we know her plan.
Normally, when a greater being or a god or something wishes to find itself into the world to create some sort of impact into the world, they'll show some sort of miracle, and sometimes they may show even an aspect of themselves. But with the Sylphages of Verglas, the true essence, a true god, a true being could return into the world.
Well, what we need to do then, destroy her cult and retrieve this book, is that correct? We don't necessarily need to fight a goddess. It seems then we have a plan, we have a target, we have a location. Great readers of Candlekeep, hear my words now, I won't be repeating them. As soon as we are able, I will be going to Avernus. For my own reasons. But I will be going, with or without you. I will not ask anyone to go with me, but, and he turns to face the caravan, I have a feeling I know who will be with me as the tip of the spear. The caravan of chaos will lead whatever meager forces we can gather. We will go to Avernus. We will destroy this cult, cut down any fool, demon, devil, or cultist that stands between us and our goal, and we will stop this ascension.
I speak Infernal so we can get around.
Jolly
I-
good.
I also speak Infernal, but... Oh, yes, I
We got
also
two
speak Infernal,
translators.
but also...
I also
Uh,
speak Infernal.
We got 3 translators.
Bruce,
You're all all very clever people. Good for you.
I already did that speech.
I mean,
Well,
I like
Alea
Bruce
says,
better. I wasn't here, but
Alea
I'm
says,
sure mine was
well,
better, Ziggy.
That seems like a plan, and we've sent you to hell once before. Perhaps we can send you again.
Actually,
I'll
every
get in touch
mission
with
you-
the blood hunters once again and see if we can get you going and get you there one way or another.
right,
Tiamat
you
opened
get
a
set
rift.
up.
Hold
We
on,
do need to
Tiamat-
get to work.
Tiamat opened a rift at her temple.
Every time you say her name, she knows what we are talking about. Just stop
Fine,
it.
but the
It does
scale
matter.
cunt
It-
of a dragon queen knows what we did, so go on,
it does
Bruce.
matter, please. This is dangerous. I understand. We all want to say her name, but just
Compromising by just
don't.
insulting her. It is fine.
Anyway,
Fine, the dragon bitch.
Anyway,
How about
yes.
that then? The dragon
That sounds
bitch, the
much
lizard
better.
bitch, whatever we
Let's
want to call her.
That bitch. Yeah.
Personally, I think hiding these names has meant a lot of people can't defend themselves from these creatures. Anyway, we'll go after this dragon bitch. We'll rip the book out from her claws. As I was saying, she opened a rift in her temple in Ankarom. Perhaps it can help. Other than that, I've got some business to take care of. Can you tell me where I can get one of those scrolls? Scrying, sending, please.
Perhaps.
May take time. We may need to rest.
Yeah, Vizier Axe looks at you all. Perhaps you should go and rest. I know that you are saying you want to go and destroy everything, and by all means you may have your vengeance and revenge. But in the state that you are all now, you will not be able to do much. Let us gather our provisions, reach out, make preparations. It may not be today, and it may not be even tomorrow, but we need to plan and we need to do it right. You will only get one chance of this. So, go rest.
Fine.
Well, that
I
does
still
sound
want-
like a
I
fair
still want-
assessment, but
I still want those scrolls.
We will
Perhaps not
provide
by
them for
you
you
need to get in touch.
as soon as
You also-
possible.
You also need to find a way. I think Miriam the dragon could be a great ally. You need to find a way to free her.
Getting in touch with the Force Grey. The leader's name is Blackstaff. That's her last name. So
Yeah,
in case you do need to.
Bacha, yeah, right.
Yep.
I'd say Ziggy's done a lot of reading. Well, make a history check. This is about Miriam.
I know she's trapped in here. Oh, nat 20. I definitely know she's trapped here.
Yeah. So you know the fact that she's trapped here, but it's the fact that she's been trapped here for such a long time, and the fact that it's in Candlekeep where there are great wizards, and it's not like they've forgotten her and not bothered to do it. Yes, she is a protector, but at the same time, the idea is that she also knows that she is far gone. Leaving this place, releasing her, will just push her on to her afterlife.
Shit.
But she seems to have created her own hoard here, which is books. So she seems to be comfortable in this situation as well. So freeing her is not a option unless you're doing it out of your own goodwill and want to do something
We
like
can
that.
we can only summon her to stay within the fortress. We
What if-
not able
what
to
if-
do it this time?
What if instead of binding her to the fortress, we bound her to something else? Could we transfer it by chance?
It's just she is not about us only. Like some of you should know, really. She willingly stay here to atone herself from her transgressions, and her soul has been bound to this place only. She
Fair
was
enough.
to leave this place, she will move to the afterlife.
We'll make sure she's in defense while we leave it, because we may be abandoning this fortress.
She
But we
will
need-
protect her hoard.
We need all hands on deck.
Yeah.
But first
Alright.
off, I'm gonna go repair several broken ribs.
Okay. As you go-
agreed, we
oh.
do need a rest.
Yeah. As you all kind of separate from this situation and walk around, you all begin to set up for the night and get a rest. People come to you. Let's do a little bit of a scroll check to see what things that you potentially could get, because it's not just the ones that you're going to request that you're going to get. Let's see, we might get some cool ones too.
Best case scenario is at least 2 scrolls. Like, we definitely need 2 scrolls of plane shift.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I
Some
think that's
scrolls
best
of
case.
healing would
Like,
be nice.
I
Okay.
think just getting, like, having a way in and out is the best case scenario.
Okay, let's all of you players here roll a d4. This is the amount of scrolls that you're going to get accumulated together. So you could potentially get
One of us or
quite a
all
lot.
of us?
Okay, so this is wow.
Oh my
Wow.
use
Yeah,
inspiration
think
on
this.
this.
The worst luck.
You can if you want to use
it
an
was-
inspiration. 7, 8. So you got 8 so far, 8
Oh,
scrolls.
here's one
Okay.
for Aki. Here's one for Aki.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
I
do
think
one for. I'll do one for Flair.
Nice.
He got
let's-
3.
No, I
Flair.
think Flair's-
Flair's not here.
Yeah.
Flair's
Oh,
not here anymore.
Yep.
Flair's
Nope.
gone.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Fuck Flair.
Fucking, of course.
Yeah,
Fuck that
ignore,
guy.
ignore the 4.
Can I have used a personal inspiration to keep that 4?
Oh,
No. You want to
Damn
reroll
it.
you can reroll your 1 if you rolled a 1 or your 2 if you want.
No,
Oh, I
keep-
rolled a 2.
Okay, so it's 11. Is that it?
Okay, 2 of those need to be plane shift. Just because we need a way in and out,
Okay. Mark that.
and I assume
keep-
plane shift
you-
is good enough.
Yeah, put them both into your thing, 2 plane shifts.
Okay.
I would very much like a scroll of sending for myself right now.
Scroll of sending. Yeah, okay, that's 3.
Could I take? I had a 2, right? I'll take 2 scrolls of healing.
2 scrolls of healing. Why don't you also roll another d4 on that twice?
Oh, can I keep that 4 that I rolled?
No.
Not your roll.
Oh, I like
Cheeky.
that. You
Wow.
said two d4s, right? 2 3s.
2 3s. There are 2 scrolls of whatever the third one is, supreme or superior, whatever it is.
Superior healing, right?
Superior
yeah.
what?
That's the 8d8 plus 8d4 plus 8, right?
So
Big heals.
Oh, so they're healing potions, kind of technically.
Yeah, consider the scroll, the equivalent, but in a scroll form.
Squirrel form. Okay, so 2 superior.
Yeah, scroll of superior healing. Yeah.
Big heals.
Beautiful.
All right. How many was that? I'm sorry. That was 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. What? 4?
Yep.
5. 5. Yeah.
yeah, so 5. We've got 6 more.
6 more. Bruce, what did you want again?
I
Scrying.
wanted one for sending and one for scrying, but I rolled a 1, so I don't know which one to get.
I mean,
Ugh.
I'll get whichever one, and I'll cover the other one because
Just out of game, scrying will be better for you. You know, it's a higher level. You can do sending anyway. You know.
Yeah,
we
it's
have
more.
those-
I want to say words is the thing though.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
but if
okay.
Joey's willing to sacrifice one for me, I genuinely appreciate you, sir.
Mhm.
So scrying for me, and I'll cadge one off the.
So-
7, 4 left.
Okay, so I rolled a 3, so I'm not sure where the other 4 are coming from, but
Should
1 from Aki, I
should
think.
we get 2
okay.
more?
Actually, rolled a
scrolls of
3.
true-
So.
Should we get 2 more scrolls of true resurrection?
Can we even get those? Like these are
True
limited
Well, at least
restrictions
one.
we'll have.
A true
We have
resurrection
one.
is off the board. These are
Yeah,
just-
we've got one currently though.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
So what I was gonna ask for is one of them for me is gonna be descending as requested earlier.
How many you
other
have?
One.
How many you have left? 4, right? 3.
Well, for Errol, I'm not in total. It should be 4, I guess.
4
But I know
left, yeah.
Errol rolled a 3.
I will.
Okay.
I will do you a deal. I'll trade three of them for a scroll of reincarnate.
Ooh, that could be funny.
I was. Oh, fuck.
But then you will have only one left.
Really want
Hey,
reincarnate? We'll
hey,
do it. But
Andy, can I borrow your scroll of reincarnation again?
I have one. You have a scroll of reincarnation on me, and I want to say
Okay.
2 of true resurrection in my inventory. It's up to you guys. If the group wants to, I will sacrifice what's left of mine plus the 1 if you guys want that deal. But I was
No,
gonna ask
three scrolls would probably be better than 1.
Okay.
I was gonna ask
So then you
for
Mhm.
a hero's feast. That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Scroll of Heroes Feast.
Good.
I
Yeah.
think that'll be 2, right? Because it's level 6 as well.
Okay, 2 scrolls. So you have 2 scrolls left.
Okay.
Right, so was that 2
more.
Heroes Feast or did that cost 2 scrolls?
It
It
costs
cost
2.
2.
two scrolls.
It cost 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because the mechanics of it is
Yeah,
super powerful.
That's why you think that's why I went.
No,
and
no, it's
asked for
amazing.
it.
Come on, that's what you're here
Actually,
for.
Right, is
great.
there any like how far is too far when asking?
I mean, I'll tell you what. You could gamble. What I'll say is, if you sacrifice the last 2 scrolls, you can roll a d10, and that will determine what level of spell it's going to be. So potentially, if you roll a 10, then we'll say that it's
Wish. Wish.
No.
Wish. Wish. Wish.
No, because I'm like, I'm wondering like.
I'm
if
done
we
being a
can-
shit. I'm done.
If we can get like a shape change scroll, we can turn one of us into a dragon that can still cast our spells.
I would-
look at Lucky's face.
Please, I never got a go dragon.
Well, you've got to do the gamble.
If
Gonna
you
do
got
it
a
again?
10, you could. If you get a 10, you could get a card from the deck of many things. How is that?
Yeah, that's great ideas, this girl. That's
Joey, how are you feeling
amazing.
Lucky again?
Oh,
You have to get like a 10 on the D10 though. I mean, look, I'm fine with. Okay, so just to be clear, we have 2 left technically because the Hero's Feast. The only other spells that I could think of that would be worth it would be either Revivify, but we need to get the gems for.
I
need
can
to go buy
revivify.
the
I can
I have it.
revivify. Ziggy can revivify.
I can.
Yagu can
actually.
revivify. You can revivify. We are set on revivify.
You know what? Could we
They
just
can top
get
up
maybe
your
just
gems.
like
They will
another
give you
kind of
1,000 gold
ship?
pieces worth of diamond.
I know
actually.
I asked for 2 scrolls of superior, but can I get that scroll of shape change?
Up to
What?
mo-
What did you ask? A scroll of what?
I know I got 2 scrolls of superior healing, but that scroll of shape change.
If you sacrifice the scroll of superior and the other 2 scrolls, then yeah, sure. You can have.
Oh,
the
4
scroll.
scrolls?
Yeah.
No, just 1 of your healing and 2 of the other ones. So like 1 of the healing and then the 2 other options that we could.
Can I give up both of my scrolls and
No.
possibly if
You
damn
can
it.
keep one of the. Okay, we can keep one of the healings and then sacrifice the other healing and the 2 other scrolls to get your shape change.
No, because that I only got a 2. I'm only gonna take what I got.
Fair enough. Fair do. So, do you want to gamble and roll a d10?
I never even
anyone?
got to ask what scroll I want.
What, okay, Luke, what scroll do you want? I didn't.
No, let's move
I
on.
thought
We're
they
moving on.
asked you.
Wait.
Yep.
No, I'm thinking something like, I don't know, like maybe one of the summon spells or like just some like
No,
big
no. If
damage
we're
type. Like, what do you think?
Summon spell would be handy.
shape change.
Like, I'm
That's
thinking
Summon a
multiple
like,
random elemental
scrolls.
to that one.
You know what? If you want,
have 2.
this will be interesting. For 2 scrolls, you could have the new version of the Conjure Woodland Beans that is being super, and you could have a 20 only a
oh,
scroll
I'm
version
thinking
of it.
like, if we take like Holy Weapon, that could like seriously do some damage.
Or if we
Like,
summon
that's
a
only a 5th
celestial.
level spell.
Okay, that's a good
Or
one.
like planar ally.
Let's
You decide.
I think a big scroll of healing would be great. Like we need, because that's what we lack in this group.
Not anymore.
To you? I don't think so.
Not anymore.
Not
No,
anymore.
with Akibat.
You've got-
With Akibat as well now. One
But
more
actually, you have the
healer.
DPS, but
And-
Yagu's been the MVP on
Yeah,
healing.
and
so.
Yagu, and then
Oh,
now
yeah.
you ruin. You have healing to. I don't know. Up to you.
Yeah. Self
I think a summoning scroll or that holy weapon one sound pretty useful, and just for flavor, summoning some kind of celestial, like a holy being.
Right, so if we do like summon, we can do.
let's do a scroll of summoning. Yeah, because having an extra hand on the field would be great.
Okay, do we want summon dragon or summon celestial?
Celestial,
Celestial.
100%.
Celestial if we're going to Avernus.
Yeah, that's 4 for celestial.
Is that okay with everybody?
Let me just check the spell 1 second.
It's a
I'm
5th
checking
level
this up.
spell.
Okay, that's
That's a
fine.
pretty good one.
Okay.
They will give you the
Conjure
component.
celestial or summon celestial?
Oh,
S-
okay. There is a
which one's higher
Tasha one.
level?
Ooh, we want.
Conjure is better, I believe.
Can we get the new version of Conjure Celestial?
We'll have to check 1 second.
The new version of Conjure Celestial is very nice.
Conjure Celestial.
Oh yeah, Conjure's level 7, so yeah, let's take that one.
Just thinking,
that
conjuring a
one is
celestial.
sick, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
conjuring a celestial in the hells is better than a dragon because a celestial will see devils and it's on sight. A dragon might go, "You summon me, fuck you." Blah.
Wait, how is a level 4 CR rating monster gonna help?
No. So the new version of Conjure
Yeah,
Celestial would be
the new
amazing.
version is
Oh.
level 7, and you conjure a spirit, and it does all these different things. So that will be level 7s will cost a bit more, right?
Could we possibly
That's fine. You
discuss
can have
the
it.
scroll later?
Okay, we're fine. Why
Yeah,
not?
so
It's
we
fine.
you can guys get the new Conjure Celestial as a scroll from this time, if that's okay.
Elias
It's
will
quite
review that
broken,
one.
more, just,
Yeah,
but it's
fine.
good. It's less problematic. It's an area and it moves around.
Well,
So
We
it's
could
cool.
always discuss it later.
Yeah, no, I think that's amazing. Let's do
Okay.
it.
As you all rest and begin resting for the night, the next day comes to. I don't know if you have anything planned. However, throughout the day, you know that they're still making preparations. You don't receive any messages from anyone. No one really speaking to anything. You see Aki Flamacaster kind of go off on his own for a bit just to kind of get his bearings right. Starts to feel a bit more to himself as he patches his clothes up, gets more, dressed up and stuff like that. And then when he comes back, he's now bejeweled up with his, earrings and stuff like that, like he used to be.
Bling bling.
Bling bling. But nothing truly happens on the day. You do see that the preparations are happening and kind of going along. Second day, I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to do anything. Sorry.
Oh, there's a few
I'm
things.
just going to
Yeah.
be
On the next day, this
and
is straight next
from
day.
different
Yeah.
items. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
just going
that's
to be
fine.
attuning my items, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Anything else?
I'll,
I think-
I'll Ruin will walk up to Bruce and just throw a hand on his shoulder.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm sorry about yesterday.
You've nothing to apologize for, Ruin. You were frankly magnificent.
I've always been magnificent, but that's beside the point. What I'm trying to say is, I'm not sorry because I did something wrong. I'm sorry for your loss. That's what they normally say when someone is going through grief, right?
That's true. I suppose my response was rather trite.
Hey, I gave everyone gifts a long time ago, and I kind of just gave you a Aki's sword just because I didn't have really anything else to give you, but I couldn't help but feel like this doesn't really belong to me. Maybe you need this more, and he'll throw the belt onto his other shoulder.
Are you sure?
Yeah, besides, your pants are hanging kind of low.
Are you suggesting
look.
I've lost? Are you suggesting I've lost weight?
That or you've gained so much weight your pants have ripped.
Very funny.
No. Bruce. You're gonna need all the vigor and vitality you can get to bring Nadalia back one more time. And you will. We will.
And you're parting with part of your hoard.
Oh, this is just a loan. No, with interest.
Of course.
And he'll wink.
I completely understand. A loan with interest. I'll make sure you get a gold piece back with it. You're right, I'm sorry. A whole gold and a silver piece.
Why not just a platinum piece?
I can do that.
Okay.
Thank you, Ruin.
Anytime. Thank you for all those chances, and I should really say that to everyone at some point, but
I did mean what I said before. You
The
are
part
true.
that I don't-
No, you are truly a different person. You're not Ignis the Hungry anymore. You are free.
He's always gonna be there. Just remember, there's no truly good things without evil, and there's no truly evil things without a little bit of good. Just
That's
like
true.
Natalia, she might have been corrupted, but some part of her, she was still there.
That's true.
Yeah,
You can't do it. You can't do something good without something to measure it by.
Yeah. So Ignis will always be there. It's just hopefully Ruin will cover him up.
Bahamut seems to believe so.
Actually, I don't know about that. I mean, don't get me wrong. He gave me this new body and a chance, but and this is kind of embarrassing to say, but I can't really become a dragon anymore.
Strange. Perhaps it
Yeah.
was the price to pay for this new start.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not entirely wrong when I said you aren't truly now Ruin Synergy.
Yeah. But anyways, hold on to that belt for me. You owe me a platinum piece and a drink at the end of all this. I'm gonna go shake down the enchanter in Bycroft. Do you want to come with?
I have other things to tend to, but I appreciate the offer. And he'll clip the belt round. Fits quite well.
Yeah. Give it another day or two. You might I had to shave quite a lot.
I did wonder about
Almost
that.
Every day I had to shave. I can't tell you how much.
Welcome to being a mammal.
I hate it.
You might find it grow. You might find it grows on you. You'll walk away.
Can
I'm like,
can both Luke and Ziggy leave the group? After hearing that.
Oh, I hit Luke with in the crossfire.
Ziggy will leave the Caravan of Chaos. He'll die, but Luke will leave this Discord server.
I'm not the slightest bit sorry.
You should be fucking sorry for that.
Right, I'm gonna shoot to that, and I'll do a long rest. When it gets to my turn, I'll tell you what Brucey Boy's gonna be up to.
and I'll wait my turn. But I do want to talk to Bycroft and the Enchanter at some point.
Also, just to put another option up on the table, one of the great readers will offer you to one of you if you want. You could go to meditate on the chambers of lost lore like you did before, but by accident, more like it.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Considering that you actually managed to succeed on a save, you might be able to contact another demigod or something like that.
What would the save be?
The save will be as before. This is 17.
Intelligence saving throw, I think it was. Yeah.
I believe it's as per the spell, so it's an intelligence saving throw. This is 17, and they will tell you that Sabras will be the one that you might be able to contact. That it was one of the servants of Alando who was. Actually...
I will not do that. Last time I did that, Bruce went on a rampage.
If I use Impending Misfortune again, I can give myself a plus 14 to my intelligence save.
Ooh. And if I can stand with you in the same area,
that'll be a plus 18.
That's an.
Does that sound good, Mo?
If I can tap you on the shoulder before you go in there, I have the resistance cantrip.
I can cast guidance.
Before you go in, I have resistance, which is saving throw guidance that I can give you before you head in there.
I'll also
when changing my subclass, by the way.
I'll also if I know he's heading that way, because I'm still going to Bycroft and the Enchanter. I'll smack Ziggy on the back, leaving a giant handprint, and I'll bless him.
Also, by the way, I have spell advantage. By the way, so it doesn't matter.
Or we overkilled this, just to be sure.
1 minute.
Let's-
You will do it
Were
one
you
minute.
here? Were you here when Bruce went on a rampage when he failed to save?
Yeah, well,
It was
I-
bad.
I'm gonna have a plus 14 with
Yeah.
advantage. You
I
moron.
won't bless him. It'll take too long.
yeah, he
still
needs to do
doing that.
1 hour of meditating for them to
Okay.
There
for
you
them
go.
to use the ability.
Since
as
this
well.
is a spell, I have advantage because of the Archmage robes, and I'm going to use Impending Misfortune because I'm only making one check, right? I'm only making one save. Right?
Yes, you're only making one
Yeah.
save, and the spell that's
Right.
going to happen is contact other plane. Just to let you know what it's.
Right, okay, so it doesn't matter then because I won't be making another save, so I won't have to worry about the -10.
Potentially,
Okay, and then
might
I
not
can
be.
just go on a short rest straight after.
Yeah, yeah, we
So
can
it's
do
fine.
that.
So
Do you wanna do that?
Yeah.
Okay. As you enter into the chamber of lost lore, you sit down and you begin looking at the tome in front of you, connecting to whatever spirits or echoes or that is resonating within this chamber itself. And as you focus, please make a DC 17 intelligence saving throw.
right, I'm gonna use Arcana because it's the same modifier as what it would be with the +10 because I'm not gonna go fucking about with my intelligence modifier saving throws. But this is the same roll.
Okie dokie.
Nat 20 for 34.
Amazing.
Fucking hell, what is wrong with me?
So, as per the
I-
spell, you mentally contact demigod, the spirit of a long dead sage, or some other mysterious entity from another plane. Contacting their extra plane intelligence can strain blah 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 blah. That's fine. While insane, no, leave that. On a successful save, you can ask the entity up to 5 questions. You must ask your questions before the spell ends. Sure, that's fine. Don't worry about that. The GM answers the question with one word, such as yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, or unclear. If the entity does not know the answer to the question, if a one-word answer would be mislead, the GM might instead offer a short phrase. So, the question is, Ziggy, who are you contacting? And what are you trying to achieve?
Can I roll in a straight intelligence check to see or like history check to see how much I know about Tiamat?
That's not a demigod, though.
No, that's not what I'm asking. Just
Okay.
in general,
Yeah, of
can I
course.
figure out what Ziggy knows?
Well, make
Sure.
a history check or a religion
Yeah.
check. This is
Okay,
from
17.
okay.
Um,
What is
can
it that you?
call that a dirty 20 because religion's better, and I rolled it just as you were saying religion.
Okay, yeah, dirty 20.
It should. So a
and
dirty
what-
20.
What is it that you're trying to ascertain? And I'll tell you if you would know or not know.
Like, obviously, Luke knows Bahamut is like the enemy of her,
Sure.
like her main enemy. But is there anybody else?
You think about her true arch enemy is her brother. It's her brother, right? Bahamut's her
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
Correct.
Bahamut.
Bahamut.
But then you keep thinking about who Aki said and what Aki said about Talos and how he followed the Lord of Lies, and you know about reading about Lord of Lies is that he only plays for himself most of the time. He doesn't really care about others as long as he gets his own way. So you may not be able to contact him per se. Perhaps you may be able to speak to someone within the faction of Hells itself to be able to disclose you with some information. Now, you've met a couple of people while traveling in the Hells itself. Bruce met one quite particular one. But they were
yeah, the
other-
Yugalot.
but then you also met, Graz and other people as well. So it's up to you how you kind of ascertain that. But what is it that you want to know? And you also know that celestial beings may also have information as well. You already know 2 other beings that Ruin used to affiliate himself with as well, which is Willoughby and Willowban and Celebi. They may have more information for you.
And you also have the option that they gave you, that is to contact the All-Seeing, that is the Lord of Divination Sabras, who is actually very connected to Candlekeep due to Alander, that is the one that it keeps reciting those chantings.
Also, can I just say, what the fuck is a level 4 paladin gonna do, Lucky? A level 4 paladin that I'd have to remake.
Moral support.
Moral support. Maybe he's stronger. I don't know.
You're his subclass, but better. We've got you. That's good enough.
You're Bryn, but better.
You're Bryn,
You heard it from
levels better.
Straight from Luke.
I'm clipping this later.
Shut up.
Oh, wow.
You better not. Anyway, shit, I wasn't prepared for this.
I mean, I'm not prepared
What were the
either. I don't know
options
what the hell you're going to do.
What,
There's
what
lots
were
of
the
options.
again?
Loads of
I'll
options.
I'll speak to who was suggested,
Sabras.
whose name I remember,
Yeah, so it will be
because I was
Sabras.
listening.
Cool.
Okay, what are your questions? Maybe one at a time, and then you can basically direct your narrative according to that.
Maybe while you think the questions, as you kind of
Yeah, can
focus
somebody
on,
else take it
as
over?
you kind of focus on this book and kind of the name Sabras, it kind of like resonates on the whispers, and you hear chantings on the far distance, and at that point those chantings become closer and closer, like a whisper, and you see this crystal ball full of eyes rotating, and you feel a presence as you focus on this crystal ball. You see a face of a mage in white robes with a crystalline face, like almost like he's made of diamond. And he says, "You have summoned me to ask and know the knowledge of the third eye.
Third eye.
Ask your questions now. What will your first be?" And you see all these kind of balls of eyes. Kind of imagine you're looking at an eyeball full of little
Biblically
rotating-
accurate
and
angel
a face,
fuck.
yes. So as you answer the questions, different eyeballs move close and far.
It's Candlekeep's darkest hour, and we need the support of any ally we can muster. Can we gain your support?
You want me
If
to
you
answer
want,
this
I can.
one more?
Okay.
Yeah,
It just
are
answers no.
I mean, the question is: Are you asking this being's support directly, or you're asking, are you going to receive support?
His support directly.
Yeah, you can answer that.
I am bounded to magic, and my magic is no longer in this world. I am an echo of faith and truth. I cannot be there with you, but may my blessing rest with you. And one of these eyes kind of like almost popped out of the eyeball, out of the crystal ball in a slow motion, and you see it like really close to you, like that. For a second, you feel it like almost like it taps your forehead, and you gain a blessing that we will discuss later on
Okay.
that.
I think I can give him the blessing now. I think
Sure.
maybe
Mhm.
I think one use of the arcane eye. What's that spell?
Ooh. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
one that you can see far away. It's kind of like a scribe, but you can send it 300 feet away, I think, or even more.
Yeah, 4th level spell, arcane eye. I think that's a good use.
Mm. So
One use.
you wanna give him one use or two uses?
Yep, got that.
One use is fine.
So you got like a little boon, and when
Um,
you use it, it vanishes. But he's still there. Another eye kind of gets close, and I hope that will help.
Shit, what else should I ask?
I have an idea, Luke, if you want.
Yep, go for it.
So,
Any suggestions?
in Ziggy's form, basically, if it's like When we invaded the Dragon Queen's realm, we were unable to teleport. Where can we find a method to stop our ability to be teleporting? Where can we find a tool or a method to stop her from stopping us using teleportation abilities in her realm? Sorry, that was a little wordy. Sorry about that.
No, that's cool. You can take this one more if it's okay. We'll do one each.
You hear the spirit say, "For where you stood once, you were unable to travel. But now that place is broken. The might of Platinum has struck. There, it will not stop you anymore. But be warned, the journey is treacherous, for she is mighty."
Okay, so that's actually a pretty good answer. Thank you.
So-
And
Bahamut has smited the temple, and as such we can teleport there.
I think he's saying the next time if we're in that situation, it'll be easier for us to use our abilities to get out because Bahamut is basically we open the door to Bahamut to bitch slap her. Basically,
Okay.
that's
I'm
still
good.
what I got from that.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna say the temple's been smited. That's what I got from that.
I will accept that answer, but I do have one more, Luke. Unless you have another one, I'm gonna let you take over. I'm only gonna jump in if you
what is
absolutely have
that?
nothing.
I've got an idea of
I'll be right back.
No worries. No worries.
is Bookworm still on this plane?
As you kind of ask the question once more, these different eyes and eyeballs move within this unusual crystal ball that you see with the face of the guy, and he kind of like searches. You see him closing his eyes, and almost this crystalline face kind of shines with light as he searches the place all around, and you feel the magic thriving through you as he's using some of your own magic to do that. His soul and body are moving from place to place, jumping from dimension to dimension, reality to reality, through a place that you know well. And you think to yourself, Siggy, he might be talking of the multi-realm, that place where you keep seeing that you get taken to sometimes against your will, that is super annoying, and see versions of you. They are trying to diffuse us. They know we are watching. Even I cannot pinpoint them as they move through realms, planes, and space.
Anyone got any other question ideas?
I do have one.
Out of game. Yep.
So I guess phrase. Unless anybody else has one, but I'm just gonna say, unless. Go on, Lucky. What were you gonna say?
I was thinking it. No, it's fine. You...
Okay. I was just saying, Lamia child fell under influences beyond her control once more. Where can we recreate the method that we used to break her out of it again? Where can we find the tool needed to break her out again before?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I know it's weird to translate, but I'm hoping.
Sure. Siggy, will you be okay with that?
Oh, yeah, are you okay with that? Because you're the one you're the one really there, Luke. So it's just.
Yeah, I guess
We'll imagine you all as a group,
like,
you know.
Can we / do we still need another tier of saloon to help Nadalia?
That's probably a better way to put it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was hoping Saloon might help with that, because that'll be part of what I'm doing in my time, so it's better to double up on this.
It might save up time.
As you ask the question once more. You feel the magic of this creature flowing through you, through the chambers, through the whispers, through the chantings on the distance. And as you kind of like feel this resonance of power and magic, the one you saved remains safe. The curse is forever broken, as the Moon Maiden cried upon her. Her tear remains with her forever. Ooh. Jima can no longer be corrupted. That soul has been saved.
That's good news, Andy.
Very good
So
news.
Harold was right. You didn't fucking fail. I mean, he can't fucking say vindication, but
So you gather that makes sense why she was taken in that way.
I'll
Because he's gonna be more like a prisoner rather than.
yeah,
Might
I'll
reach
make
out
sure.
for spite and pettiness.
Yeah,
Say, you
I'll
stole
make
my,
sure
you
the
stole my
minute-
thing. Ah!
Yeah, I'll make sure the minute I'm out of the spell, I let Bruce know. But last question. Is there any further boons I can ask for? Help us in the spell. You got something else looking?
I have a nosy question. I want to know about.
Really?
I want to know where the champion of the queen is.
I wonder where he could be.
He wasn't in our temple. We never saw him.
No,
Okay,
I bet he's in Avernus. I bet he's in Avernus with her.
I either ask for more power, or can I ask if we can get if someone can go drown Grey?
I would love to go fight Grey.
No. I'm gonna ask. Can somebody go drown? Can you send somebody to go drown the guy? Because we're a bit busy.
I'm okay with that question. I really am.
Can somebody polymorph him into a kit and then drown him?
You could.
Oh my God! You drowned
tie him up and put him in a sack. Tie up. We'll put a brick in it first. Tie up and drop it in a river.
Anyway, all right.
Okay. Can we Aladdin second wish this guy?
I think the better way to put that question.
Except we don't let the genie, use the second wish.
Can we get any more information about the vulnerabilities of? I forget what they're called. The actual group name, not just the scales, but the specific spec ops of the scales that Grey is a part of.
I thought that was the scales. The cult of Tiamat and then the scales.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, never mind. I thought the scales was like the organization. That's why.
Yeah, it is both. It is both. It started as them, and now it's spread it as a cult as well.
So I guess it would just be more like if it's up to you. Like, could we ask about exact vulnerabilities of the Scales members, and if there's too many, then we'll just say of either Grey or whoever the greatest threat in the Scales is.
You have one question, so I think
that's
what
up
do you
to
want exactly?
Luke.
So, up to you guys.
It's your question, Luke. You ask what you want to ask. I'll say that.
Yeah.
This is a group thing,
Yeah.
Just.
Well, it's just like I don't know. Do I be greedy and ask for is there another boon we can get, or do I specifically ask about Grey?
Just out of game, just to make it easier, this is a one thing, So if you're gonna ask for an extra, it's gonna feel like he might disappear because it's limited to the spell.
Either
ask for need.
Either ask for the boon or ask for some sort of strategies that we could take with us to fight the Scales.
I think the strategies would be better than the boons, in my honest opinion.
I'll ask for some strategies. Can you grant us with some form of action plan that may be most beneficial in this fight?
All right. As you kind of ask that question, you see all these different eyes and whispers all around you. And time freezes, and I'm gonna let Mo answer that question.
Yeah, that sounds like an in-between session thing you discuss.
Because he's running the session, so I want to make sure. I have a lot of ideas on my head. But
definitely a discussion thing. That's a good.
Okay, for now we can just play it off. He just answered your question, and then off camera, maybe.
That's it. Yeah, well, when Mo comes back, he will answer it. Don't worry. But
the guy you're speaking to goes, "Hold on, I need to go check my corkboard. I'll be in touch."
1 second. Let me go open up the fucking Eye of Agamotto.
And you see all these different eyes slowly. They start to close as you kind of this vision starts to disappear, that the crystal ball vanishes, and you kind of awaken on the chamber again, hearing the chantings, and you see your friends were there. You are escorted to this place by an about as well, and to go back, you could go past. You will have to go past where Miriam was. On your way in, when you searched for her, there was no response, and the about kind of like said, "This is dangerous," kind of like, and hurried you on that direction. You
Before
have
he
a few
does,
seconds
before he
to
chases us
discuss.
off, Bruce will take out a book, The Curious Tale of Wisteria Vale. He'll place it on the
Ooh.
ground,
Oh yeah. Okay.
and then he'll go after everyone else. Possibly one last gift to Miriam.
I'll get whoever I can.
Oh,
Specifically,
a persuasion check, you say?
Yes, sir. With
If
the
you
book,
insist.
as
She's
you-
not.
as you
She's
give a book.
she's not a dwarf, is she?
Well.
one last thing though, just while I'm still talking. I'll specifically have someone have sent that information to Bruce.
Yeah, that'll affect what I do when it's my turn.
Okay. Just quickly, let's resolve that, and then we go back to the other stuff. So as you kind of like leave the book, you hear. I don't know if you have a pet that does a kind of sound like my parrot when she wakes up and she's sleeping, and someone wakes her up. She goes like, kind of like. So with a dragon sound, will be like, and you hear and kind of gather with your passive insight that this creature has been involved on this thing, even though you didn't see her. I'm sure she was fighting within Candlekeep, and she's kind of like completely destroyed and needs to rest.
She took a beating.
Yeah, but she appreciates, and you feel like an awareness of what has been done.
It's like a cat. Like a cat will reach out with its paw under a door to go and reach something. Her claw just appears from just like drags the book into some realm.
Yeah. Ziggy, what were you saying as well?
Yeah, so basically Bruce is gonna immediately get the information. I assume it'll come from like an vote or something, and just because Ziggy's managing everything, he'll just get that information straight away.
Very deep sigh, and he just tells the abode, "Thank you. Thank you."
That's what we're here for. This guy is like a human. You've seen him before. He's always smiling. His name is Fembris. And
I remember the name. I was like way back we met him.
Yeah.
So actually, he's looking
like
at
a
Bruce
young,
now. Oh
young
God,
human, yeah.
he's looking at Bruce now with his much longer braided hair. He's now fuller beards because of the passage of time and the belt now, and covered in many scars and burns and other injuries that have healed over but left a mark. And also, Bruce has looked very hollow-eyed and sort of sunken-eyed since he got back, and it's the first time he's brightened up since then. He looks almost like a different person from this guy when I first met him. God knows how long ago.
You see on his face this admiration for all of you. You know, before you might have not seen it quite a long time ago when you first entered Candlekeep, but now you are kind of like as important in this place as these great readers are, and you see that on his face. You know how he's looking at all of you like, wow, you know, this is hope for us.
Can I ask for one more cheeky message?
Sure, of course, yes. Whatever you want.
Message Ruin and tell him get my loot back, and also maybe make more of the bracelets. He'll know what it means.
To Ruin?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell
yeah,
him to
not a
ask
problem.
Tim if he can make more of the bracelets.
All right, and
Tim the
okay.
Enchanter.
All right,
No, it's Jeff
perfect.
the Enchanter.
No, it's Tim. It's a Monty Python
It's
reference.
Jeff. No, it's definitely
No,
Jeff.
It's Tim.
Jeff.
An Englishman and an American walk into a bar and argue whether they should go Tim or Jeff. There's a clear
I'm sorry,
cultural
but
barrier here.
I'm quoting Monty Python. I think I have like moral high ground.
You are a man of culture by comparison to this, whatever this is.
Please follow me if you want. You can actually do it yourself.
No, I'd rather not.
All right, cool. So I'll have to escort you out of our town our damn it, I just lost the word. Catacombs, kind of like area. But yeah, I'll do it once we pass the Emerald Door. No problem.
Okay, well in that case, I'll just go and tell Ruin that myself.
He kind of rounds up, and you see him going up the stairs. As you kind of like exit the Emerald Door, you see that he's in a really high tower, and he's got some kind of like round device that he's using, and he's actually casting a message spell through this device, and he's within 100 feet of whatever place in Candlekeep. So you get a message, Ruin, saying that to buy more. Yeah, whatever you said, I can't remember. It's something to do with bracelets. Yeah, two more bracelets.
Because I think more of those is just fucking helpful.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
And you exit. As you exit as well, you see the XNP312. You see them there with bronze in color, with this ruby gem encrusted on their foreheads, and you see that the gem is kind of cracked, and you see their pointy hat as well. It seems to be a bit kind of like they seem like they've gone through a fight, you know. They got like looks like Iron Man after Avengers Endgame kind of thing. Yeah, this piece is like cracked and missing, but she's there standing.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah, I think that's me done.
Alrighty. Who would like to go? Yago has been awfully quiet. Why don't we go to you, Yago? Is there anything you would like to do in Candlekeep? If it's okay
kind
with
of.
everyone.
Like
And
I'm
then we
willing
go
to
to the others.
offer like my location of my lake. Like we have a there's a teleport circle there now, so I will let people of Candlekeep know like if any of them are really wounded. Like if you can open up a teleport center towards there.
All right.
Okay. That was possible.
Oh yeah, that sounds amazing. As you, you could do it from the teleportation circle outside and open a gate. As you offer that, you see that there is quite a few warriors themselves who were actually work here as some kind of like more like a scribes and abouts who are actually battle ready, and you see quite a queue of them, kind of like there is around 50 of them who seem to have several injuries. Even though they've been patched up and stuff like that, you see that there is more missing. Like some of them is got like maybe an ear missing, a few fingers. You see the injuries that are really, really bad.
Oh, great and not great at the same time. I mean, yeah, either way, Joku will then, go to the teleport circle place thingy, and I will explicitly explain where, like, the circle of, Joku's lake is.
Okay. Chris, the Dragonborn Master Sage, the bronze Dragonborn with the scar on the face, is the one kind of leading all these men, and you see he seems to be quite changing his approach to you all as well. He was really rude at some point and very argumentative and conflicted, and now, even though he still got that face of judgment everlasting, he seems to be listening to you all rather than before, where he was just against everything you said. So, Yaku, what will these men be doing there?
My lake is blessed with the powers of the goddess Eldot. It has impeccable heating capacities, and my brother is currently guarding it. He can certainly patch these people up faster than, well, they would here.
It's really good to help you. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate all of you. As much healing as we can get in case we don't know. You might need people, you might need people to be sent. We might need people to protect this place, and look at the state of them and us. Thank you.
No worries. Yeah. That's what I'm here for. Anyway, Joku will turn around to one of the wounded guards. He will give him a gold coin and a send-in stone. You can keep the gold coin if you give the send-in stone to the turtle that lives at the lake. And he gives the bow to the guard.
Oh, okay, yeah. That is kind of one of these quite injured abouts warriors kind of take the coin. Oh, that's amazing. What is their name? If you, just in case, it might be more than one turtle there.
The odds of that happening are very small, but if there are more than one turtle, it doesn't matter which one you give it to. They're either my brother or sister.
Okay, perfect. Thank
But
you.
their names are Sun and Logu. In case there is a third one, then don't give it to anyone unless you know it for certain it's my brother or sister.
Okay, so Sun and Lago. Okay, cool. Thank you.
No worries. Get better.
And you see Silvira kind of like after a few minutes, Silvira kind of approaches the place and she starts casting the teleportation circle and kind of like opening the place with your coordinates and your help. And after a few minutes, all these people go through.
Oh snap, I should have told him that if they have to send in zone, they should send me a message. Damn it.
Oh, Silvira is with you, the tiefling. She's like, what? She says, like, with this kind of face. She's quite rude always, despite everything. She's got like a red tiefling kind of.
Not everything is about you, and Zoko just leaves away. Yeah, leaves.
Yes, of course. Yeah, good. So they will send you a message. No worries. When they need to be back, they might be stranded there. Well, it might be okay to get rid of Alcris for a little bit. So you might not get the message. How is that? And she kind of winks and smiles with this tiefling kind of sharp fangs.
I was kind of irritated looking at her. And, it's fine. Yeah, he just walks away.
Alrighty, cool. Anything else from Yagu? Get a point of personal inspiration, Mark.
Yay, my fork gets bigger.
Yeah.
Inspiration point
Use your
hoarder.
personal inspirations, goddammit!
Well.
Does this
This is my form of protest. Like, they took it away from me, man. It's so
You could
many.
have had like 15 by now.
More. I think I had like 20 at some point.
Son of a bitch.
Crazy.
Anyway.
Cool. Who wants to
Yep.
go there next?
I do have one thing that I do want to do, and Harold is going to pull out as the day starts and as he walks around. He's going to find, I guess, like a table at a library or something, and he's going to pull out of his bag of holding a business card that was given to him by Salome and Maple. And he was told that this is the way to get a hold of Salome and Maple. So I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's either summoning or sending, whichever one it is. He'll use the card to try to physically get a hold of them, and he'll say, "The Caravan of Chaos will have another job for you. If you can come to Candlekeep, the soonest the better. For starting pay, we will start from 2,000 gold pieces and a gem, and we can negotiate from there."
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're doing that via like a sending, right?
I think
With the card
I
thingy.
have
Yeah,
the
that's
business
what they were.
with the card. Yeah.
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 Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
As you kind of activate this magical card, you kind of like someone is on them in there, sister. I think that's what their voices, right? And they're always smoking.
It's like
Yeah.
however you want to do it. Yeah.
Yep, and they kind of like you hear like two voices, like almost like ascending, like it's quite creepy because there is two voices. I think someone's calling a sister. Yeah, who will it be? And you hear like even the smoking kind of in the background, even through without seeing them.
And
then
he'll just be like, "That's bad for you," you know.
someone there.
Yes, this is Harold Ammerfield of the Caravan of Chaos, wanting to hire you for a job.
Oh, and you speak perfect. So when do you need us by? We could be there. You are still in Candlekeep, right?
Yes.
It will take us 2 days to get there. All journey expenses paid, obviously, for the stress.
And then
Yes, I
Harold will
think
hold
so.
up the
Very
2,000
nice.
gold piece gem right there in like the call. This is just the starting pay.
I don't have a screen. You hear?
This is awkward then. Yes, the starting pay will be a 2,000 gold piece gem.
Okay.
I'm sure Candlekeep can pay for expenses.
I mean, yeah,
2,000
but
sounds
Harold,
good. Yeah, 2,000
I'll
sounds good.
I'll
It's a starting bid,
I'll
and then we'll
see
negotiate from
who's
there.
in control of finance and then bully them.
Anyway, so
Can Ziggy do?
if we're not here, then request a sending stone. I will leave the gem with someone to give to you in case the Caravan of Chaos is not here.
Okay, sounds good. We'll be waiting for you until you
Okay.
return.
And I will go up to the avowed. Excuse me. One of the great readers who's left. Do you know where he is? Then I can ask him for a quick favor.
So you have available at the moment that you could contact Silvira the Tiflin. You have Vizir the Gizzerai. You also have the blind Alabemore. You have Femimore. Now Alcris is gone, as you know. He's healing in Jagus Pool. But all the others are available, whoever you want to speak to.
So Harold will go to Silvira and say, hello, I don't know if we ever met. I'm Harold.
Of course we've met Harold. You recognize her with this kind of like, she's always super mean, red Tiflin.
Right.
I think she gave us a job.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so we have met. Perfect. So there's going to be a pair of Drow Twin investigators coming by known as Solomon and Maple. Do you know them?
Oh, the greatest investigators in Ferrum. Of course we know them.
Great. So, and then Errol's going to hold up his 2,000 gold piece gem. They're going to get here and they're going to inquire about a job from the Caravan of Chaos from Errol Emmerfield. We may not be here in 2 days when they get here. Give this to them and give them a sending stone, then they can contact us. That's a favor if you'd be okay with doing that for us.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Ooh.
Fuck. My worst skill.
You do have advantage though, so that's not terrible.
Yeah.
I
Roll well.
Who you are. Pretty
Just
much.
roll well, it's fine.
I have a literal +0.
Roll again.
Roll again.
Oh, come on.
14.
14.
Solid. That's pretty solid.
That's 10 left.
She kind of sighs, like the longest sigh is like you're waiting for her to finish to sigh and she's still sighing.
Would it help
Okay.
if I paid you?
No, we don't need money. We are working on this together. It's okay. That's what we are doing. You are right. The investigators will be resourceful. We will be putting it at use if you're not here, as they get paid per day. I don't know if you're aware, if you heard that before. So if you're not here, they will be charging someone for every day they're here. So...
Right. This is why I need you to give them this, and then he'll hold up the gem, and a sending stone. And then
the gem kind of like floats out of your hand, kind of like invisible mage hand into hers. Okay, not a problem. Emmerfield.
Thank you. And Harold will leave after that, and that was the main purpose of that. So, does the business card go away, or do I still have that? Like, is it
You
one of those
still
things where it
have
just burns
the...
up?
You see that the business card is still there, but you feel like you
Its
might
magic
not...
is just gone.
Yeah, it's not forever, but you don't know for how long. For now, you feel it that is with your knowledge.
Is it like the fairy godmother's business card from Shrek 2?
That's what I was thinking.
Like, you just have to cry on it.
Harold is just
Have
going
a
to talk
happy
into
ever
it,
after.
and he's just going to bank on it having some magic.
Make,
Otherwise,
make an
it's
arcana
off.
check, Errol, if you want.
Sure. Okay, that I'm a little bit better at. Not
Okay.
much, but a little bit better.
Watching that one. then.
Fuck.
With a 12, you get that the magic of it is not gone, but is for some, maybe might not be working until a certain time. You know, it might be like a thing that it cannot refresh itself.
All right, well, I'll give it a minute, but hopefully they'll be able, when they get here, they'll ask around. But I'll try again later. He'll put the card away, and then after that, he'll be... That's all I wanted to do is Harold, so that'll be it for me.
Cool.
We can potentially bully our way into Candlekeep's business account to pay for these investigators later. I can't right now because right now, until I get a short rest, I'm at a -10, meaning
Let's sort-
my intimidation is a flat 0.
We'll sort it later then.
The gem
Yeah.
is just starting pay to get them to move their
Yeah,
asses
well,
on this job. That's
we
the main
can
reason for it.
bully Candlekeep after my short rest.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Lucky, is it anything Ruin would like to do as well?
Yes, so I will make my way. I want to try and have a meeting between Bycroft and the Enchanter.
Alrighty. I believe Mo is also listening to us. I'm 100% sure. But,
Oh, Mo, if you can hear me, say something.
I think he's busy.
yeah, he's
No, I know. I was
just-
just making a joke.
Right.
You got
No
this, Cisco.
worries. Yeah, no, of course, no worries. As you kind of like get these two together, who don't actually normally get together very often, they will both ask you before you even arrange anything. What do you want? Why do you need us both together? It's confusing.
So
So this will be a same answer. You'll be answering twice to each of them before they even agree to get on that meeting.
Listen, myself and the caravan need weapons, upgrades, whatever you can offer, and I'm looking for you to fix my blade into something else, something like this, and he'll release the tendrilled whip from his hand. More of these would be great. Also, Ziggy also asked me to ask about more bracelets. I think we're doing the friendship things.
For fuck's sake,
Chinese
you know what I
Chinese
mean.
whispers. Yeah.
You know what I fucking
The friendship bracelets.
mean. No, you know what I fucking mean. Don't.
Oh,
don't-
what you?
not
Oh, the
this-
ones
not-
that
not
help our
today.
friends attune to gifts we give each other. I think that's what they do.
Fuck's sake.
There's a really cool one that he has. It's like a jade-looking one. I think he wants more
Emeralds.
friendship bracelets like that.
I mean, I have something actually. It's a set. You can activate this once per day. They're not a friendship bracelet as such, but it's called braces on friendship. And you can actually use them once per day to activate a telepathic link between all of you. 8 creatures who are friends. Otherwise, it won't work. And that could work. Give him that.
I've done the telepath thing. It doesn't really work out. Everyone can do it.
I mean, you cannot. If you have a private link, creatures cannot interfere into your link.
I tried the private link. A lot of people interfered in that one.
Up to you. If you think you know better, I'm sure Ziggy will like it.
Free stuff.
Ziggy will. Just put it on Ziggy's tab.
I can cast Ray of Telepathic Bond, but I think I'd rather take a different spell with my Spirit Session.
Fair.
Just put it on Ziggy's tab.
I mean, you have been offered a couple of things for this battle, so this is going into our account's office. So he hands you these kind of like bracelets, rainbow bracelets of some kind of metal that seems to be like a lollipop kind of style, like like the fanfare lollipops with that kind of round. And it's
We represent the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild.
And it's 7 of those, and it has to be friends for it to work. That's for free as well. In terms of things with equipment and start upgrades and that, they agree to do some, but we will discuss that off camera as well, because I want Mo to have an opinion, just because, yeah. But you get a freebie for now.
Okay. Last thing. What's your name? Is it Jeff or Tim?
The day I tell you my name will be the day that I leave Candlekeep forever. But keep trying.
We can fire you. The bird will say.
Now that Mo's here.
Let me just get the recap of it. I kind of heard bits and bobs, so I just want some clarity.
All right, so we are waiting for a question from you, from Alandro, from the Sabras, right? There was one more question that you asked Ziggy. So they were still there. They did that. They did all the questions, and then.
I asked for the last question was, can you give us any battle tips or like a battle strategy to use? Errol.
That's the one for you to answer, Mo.
Yeah, Errol.
From Sabras. I left it for you. And then Errol
did something.
Yeah.
My mic was muted. Errol tried to hire Salome and Maple. They said in 2 days they'll show up.
To do what? What did you want them to do?
To basically investigate around for multiple things. For one, possible mercenary groups for hire specifically against the Dragon Queen. 2 to possibly look around for dragon activity, chromatic or metallic, and 3 to find possible leads of anything about the scales that I always forget their name, weaknesses, information on them,
Maybe
and then
find
4
bookworm as well.
And then 4 look for either bookworm or Nadalia or Hugh-Gret. It doesn't have to be all 4. It's just like those are just a general list of things.
So they agreed to
And-
come in 2 days, so they will then they have a
And
gem.
Harold left with one of the characters, the
Simply,
2,000 gold
yeah.
piece gem
Yeah,
to
yeah, I
give
heard
them
that.
as a
Yeah,
starting
yeah.
pay.
That's
Cool.
okay. And the question from Ziggy was battle tactics?
Yeah,
Yeah.
battle strats. Give me those cheat codes, the strategy guys.
I was thinking it may be something to think on and then share it
Yeah.
between sessions because that's a lot
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
consider
as well,
right on
if
the
you-
spot.
Also, then, Lucky was asking about a meeting between the Enchanter and Bryn, Bycraft.
Yeah, basically just to get an upgrade. So I was thinking that that's something we can discuss, and then me and Mo can talk and decide because we have plans with different things becoming more powerful and things like that. So I think that will be.
From the other questions that you asked, what was the answers that you got? I know that one of them was the eye that you got, which is a boon. The other two, what was the
I've already added that to my character sheet. The second question was about Tiamat's temple being pretty much broken, or the effect
Oh yeah, I
of
answered that.
teleportation. Bookworm is apparently realm traveling
Yeah,
in an reality. Nadalia is perma-saved. And then the fifth question was...
What do you mean perma-saved?
Yeah,
well, she can't be corrupted. So
yeah, that's what the
perma-saved.
yeah. She
Like,
got an
permanently.
answer that Saloon's Tia
It's,
will
it's
stop her from being
slang.
corrupted.
It's young, youthful slang for permanent, because I'm a hip young kid.
Okay.
I think I've just been put on a list.
We're gonna ban young, the word young from our games. Thank you.
Okay. All right. And what was with Yagu? Yagu said something as well, right? You know, something with Yagu.
Yagu sent some people. He opened a portal, teleportation circle from the teleportation circle near Candlekeep to his brother's lake, and then Alcris went with 25 about kind of mercenaries that are battle injured quite badly, and he gave one of them to pass a message to his brother and give him a stone of sending that he actually purchased for him. I remember quite a while ago.
Alcaris.
No, I mean the Yagu purchased a stone of
Yagu.
sending.
Oh,
so-
for his brother. Okay, cool.
For
cool,
his
cool.
brother.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Now, where are we at now then? So, Ruin
And
just
all that happened. Yeah,
requested some
Ruin is
weapons?
the last thing. Yeah.
What did he? What did
Upgrades.
he want? Blades and grades.
So I would like to get my Mithril half plate upgraded to possibly full plate. Or
Mithril half plate. What?
or no, I want the stealth.
No crits.
Stealthy paladin, absurd.
But no crits.
And then I was asking about anything else they have, like possibly for the group that I'd be willing to spend my gold or
And
trade.
that was the bracelet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll also, if I can, I'd sell them a bunch of stuff like my ring of telekinesis and stuff like that. But I could do that on the side.
Okay. Let's put a pin in that and then come back to, because this is not something that's going to happen straight away. Things are going to be put into motions and stuff like that. So as things are being put into motion, can I ask as a group, where are you going next, and what is your plan?
Well, I was hoping that once we gather our things together and any whatever people and resources we can, it's a surgical strike assault on whatever fortress Tiamat has in Avernus. And will I be able to do a thing before we finish up? Do we have time?
So I've got a thing potentially to do as well. So.
Got you. So is that okay as a plan for everybody in general?
Yep.
I mean, that sounds pretty endgame, yeah. But
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm hoping with Salome and Maple, that we might have more access to
yeah,
leads of resources.
I know speaking to False Grey could have also been an option for us.
We'll let them know what we're doing. Yeah, they'll be part. Assuming Candle keeps reaching out to them to say, "Hey, this is our plan because this is happening, and we need it all hands on deck." Maybe the Harpers
so
do.
Maybe gets like some allies to join us in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Could be helpful. Yeah.
You wanted to go to Waterdeep as well?
I think that was a plan we mentioned, so it may be Waterdeep then Avernus, if that's alright with people.
We're teleporting. Yeah, don't see why not.
Because you will know as well that just based on... Actually, all of you can make a quick history check. Based on your knowledge of Waterdeep, there is something very specific.
Taylor Swift.
Ooh.
You just say Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Yeah.
22.
Taylor Swift. She lives in Waterdeep, yeah.
No, I got 22.
Okay, I'm not joking, I know.
That famous
Yeah.
bard
Yeah, she's
they
very
refer to as the
famous.
Swift.
Yeah.
Taylor the Swift.
Alrighty.
I do that every time I roll a 22. You guys never
Yeah.
questioned it before, but
It's
now...
So
not.
if
It's
you-
not as memorable as Trinity.
So I assume that's everyone's role. Yeah.
What are we rolling?
History.
History to see how much you know about Waterdeep, facts and knowledge, general knowledge.
Natural
look at that.
20.
Nice. Okay, amazing. And Ruin, if you want to roll, you can roll too, but you don't have to as well.
See, that's a better Taylor Swift than another 22.
Yeah. All right. I think
Oh, I
this is
rolled
the two.
twice.
The Taylor Swifts will know that Waterdeep is renowned for cultists and devil's worship. There is several noble families who even openly are okay and spread their worship for different cults.
Oh my
Especially the Lord of Lies himself is a very popular cult and worship in Waterdeep. So if you want to go to Avernus, that could be probably the best place to be somehow.
So, Cult Town, okay.
There is a name that comes to your natural 20 as well. They are Herald. The Casalander family that you actually, I think you actually heard that name before on game, and they are kind of like a noble family who are renownedly well known, noble and rich, and murmurs has it that they are one of the leaders of the cult of Asmodeus, the Lord of
Alright, so I would just let the group know that there is a very affluent family, reasonably rumored to be part of the Lord of Lies' inner circle, which is the Castelladius family. We could try there if we're absolutely out of leads. At the very best, we'll just get told annoyingly. At worst, we'll just have to deal with some nobles.
Hey, wait, sorry. Just back on the Waterdeep point, are we saying Waterdeep is the D&D equivalent of Jonestown, so we shouldn't drink the Kool-Aid?
We'll bring our own water. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, we can create water. Several of us can. We're fine.
Okay, so just remember, don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. So his name is Vittorio Casalanter. That's actually his name.
Castellante.
Okay, remember that.
Yeah.
And
So I'll just copy that
I was-
in case
I'll
you ever
mention
want
that to the
to.
group.
Okay, what
For
do you
myself.
want to do, Bruce?
For myself, not thinking that he'd be able to leave Candlekeep for in the meantime, he's going to write some letters. He will write a letter to the Lockwood estate, hopefully now Lockwood Castle, directly to Alfred. Just explain to him that what he's going to be doing is it looks like I'll be going not just through metaphorical hell, but to literal hell sometime soon. It's very possible I don't come back. I just wanted to say thank you for all you've done for me, for my father, and for all your service.
Mhm.
And he sort of leaves it at that and signs it off. And he'll also write letters to, is it Esmeralda? Is that his stepmom?
Mm-hmm.
And his stepbrother, and a separate one for his stepbrother Toby.
Mm-hmm.
More or less saying the same thing. That going to literal hell. And they say going to rescue. And this is the first thing he's actually say this out loud. He's committed to writing. So I'm going to Avernus to rescue my daughter. No cultist, no demon, no devil, no goddess will stop me from doing that. But there is a very good chance I do not return alive. Even for a short time, it was an absolute pleasure to know both of you. And then for Toby, it ends off with Toby, you will be a wonderful Lord Lockwood. Those are the letters he sends. He'll spend as much possible time in prayer to Saloon for guidance, but also for forgiveness. Because as much as Errol says he's not doing anything wrong, Bruce just can't see it that way. As far as he's concerned, he's failed twice now, and he's really struggling with it.
Okay.
So I don't know if he gets anything from that. And is there a religion check there, or something happen, or?
We'll hold it there for now because we'll come back to that.
Yeah, and I wanted to. Bruce would want to. This would be sort of on the eve of them going somewhere, whoever it is. He wants to talk to the whole caravan. He's something he wants to tell all of them together. Well, maybe we can wait till next week for Ross to be back for that, but I could do it tonight as well, since it was strike with iron's hot.
Actually, we might want to hold off to that because it might not be on this specific day that you do this. But should we say that you guys still stay for another night in Candlekeep before moving forward to your teleport, or are you doing it on the same day?
Oh, I forgot. Bruce is also writing a will, but I'll sort that out between sessions.
It might be better to wait until the next day, but it's up to you guys.
Because I
So
want
this
to roll.
will be-
I want to roll my portent again.
So this will be, you were there one night, that you arrive around 8 o'clock, then you slept. This is another day, and this will be then the second day after that.
Yeah. As you let's say you finish up writing the letters on the second day morning, Bruce, the camera kind of pans out from your room. You see Ruin wandering around, Yagu still in his room, Harold Emmerfield sitting on a chair. Until, Harold, you get a message. Hey, kiddo.
Doc.
You think you can come down to the Cloak Woods? We need to speak. It's important.
Oh, of course. And I'm not even sure if I can respond back, but that's what Errol's going to say to himself
It's the Senate,
anyway.
yeah, so you can.
Yeah. No. Yeah, of course. I'll fly over there with my carpet. Give me a second to let my friends know. And Errol is going to immediately just knock on Bruce's door and then just say, "Hey, Bruce, I'm going to be taking off back to Cloakwood. I'm going to be meeting with Dr. Gret. I'll be back in a bit."
That's fine. I'm still. I need to get those scrolls of scrying and sending. Hopefully that'll be nowish.
Take Aki with you. He can teleport you back if necessary.
I would rather not take anybody with me if that's all right. Privacy. I have a good feeling about it. It's fine. Besides, I think Aki would be better off here with Bruce. I'll be right back. And Errol's gonna get his carpet and just fly out his window. Yep.
And there, as you fly up high, in the distance you see the forest. I don't have any. One second, sorry. Let me just.
I think all those scrolls we asked for are not yet available.
Oh yeah.
Please, for the love of God, don't play Mart's Forest Druid Song, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, please don't do that. No, God, no. Mark, look what you've done.
What's his one?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's all cheery in this fucking dark forest that's supposed to be kind of full of shadows. And anyway.
Okay. Well, anyway, as you fly down into the forest, you know your way here, and you would expect to meet him at a place where you're familiar, and you go back to where you called home. You fly down, land across, and you begin moving through the bushes, rustling. It's thick foliage because it's like kind of going from spring to autumn now, shifting in pattern. And as you step through, you see Dr. Gret sitting on the broken down log or tree trunk that you remember falling on your uncle once long ago. And he is sitting there. And right next to him, you see a figure almost facing towards him, kind of crouched down, kind of sitting with their arms folded, hooded. And then you see another figure standing in front of him as well, cloak as well, looking at him. The cloaks are a shade of red.
What the fuck? And then Harold is gonna walk up. Doc?
As you mentioned Doc, he looks up towards you. The other figures kind of turn their heads, still kind of unable to see their face as the one standing turns around. They begin walking towards you.
Oh. And can I... Actually, I'm not going to insight. Harold is just going to have his fingers near his bow, kind of like doing the Sidious thing where he has kind of a twitching finger towards his bow to, like, pull it out.
They get closer and closer and closer until they are standing right in front of you. Their height similar to yours, maybe a little shorter.
Okay. You haven't said anything. Who is standing before me?
They raise their hands, they clutch the hood, and as they lift the hood over, you see the bold head with tattoos all across. A Thayan, but not a Thayan that you expected. They have elongated ears, and immediately your eyes meet hers as you look, and she looks back at you. Hello, brother. And that's where we'll leave it.
What? Damn.
Well, fuck me.
Damn.
So we'll carry on with that next week and kind of find out where that kind of leads to. That'll be interesting. So thank you everyone for playing, and thank you everyone for watching at home. Please follow and subscribe if you have not done so already. Follow the story of this campaign, our Eye of Observation, our Hearts of War campaign on Sunday as well, and the Curse of Strahd campaign, which is there already to watch on YouTube. Please go and have a watch. But we'll find out what happens in a week's time. So have a great week, stay magical, and we'll see you then. Take care. Bye bye.
Good night. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.